Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Brookline Access Television's broadcast of the 1995 Brookline Youth Baseball Major League A All-Star Game. Tonight's game features the stars of the American League against the best of the National League. We're at beautiful Cypress Field in Brookline. We're on the grounds of Brookline High. Folks, I want you to watch these kids carefully. Remember their names, because in a few years, some of them are going to be wearing the blue and red of Brookline High School. My name is Howard Rosenstein, and I'll be bringing you tonight's action, along with my good friend and co-coach of the Brookline Youth Baseball Tigers, Bruce Dahlbeck. Bruce, should be a real exciting game tonight between two teams loaded with talent.
Really should be a great game today, How. The sun has come out, the clouds have gone away, and we've got beautiful weather for baseball. We'll be back in a moment with the Home Run Derby and today's starting lineups.
See this? In its earliest, most treatable stage, breast cancer is no bigger than the head of a pin. Now take a pillow and imagine it's your breast. You feel anything? Neither would the 45,000 women who will die of breast cancer this year. Don't wait. Get a mammogram. Call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-ACS-2344.
Should be an exciting home run contest. We've had a lot of homers this season, both over the fence at Robinson Field and balls that have been hit into the gaps at Amory Field that have produced home runs. Leading off for the American League, we have Jamie Matthews of the Tigers. Jamie has one home run this year. It was a bullet over the left fielder's
Fence.
over the left fielder's head.
Jamie has power, How. Oftentimes in warm-ups, you just see him turn on the ball, and he's just got tremendous power down either line.
We know that he's been working on getting drives out of the ball and lifting the ball up into the air rather than hitting balls onto the ground, trying to get singles through a hole. He's really trying to push the ball up in the air. Let's see, this is the perfect opportunity for him to show off his new stroke. Okay, here's Jamie Matthews to lead off the home run hitting contest. Once again, folks, each batter will get 10 pitches to hit over the orange cones out in the outfield. Jamie is from the Tigers. He has one home run this year. It was a line drive over the left fielder's head, and he's been working on a new swing that will produce loft in the ball. Let's see what happens.
He's just got a beautiful swing, How. Really enjoyable to watch.
Watch him uncoil those hips and swing right through the ball. Here's the pitch. And no, folks, we do not call strikes and balls in a home run hitting contest.
Arlen's having trouble throwing strikes off his pitching.
Okay, that's his first swing.
Come on, Jamie!
There's a shot.
Well, it would have been a line drive single. Maybe they'll bring that into the game.
Come on, Jamie!
Unfortunately, Jamie has taken one for the team. He's testing out the machine.
Here's the pitch. Fouled back. He's getting around on the ball.
He's getting around on it, but he's dropping his elbows, back elbow, a little bit too far. And he's pulling his head out too a little bit.
Come on, Jamie!
In order to hit those cones, Bruce, you're going to have to hit it square and push right through the ball and give it some drive.
Come on, Jamie! Come on, Jamie!
Okay.
There's the pitch. There's a
There's
drive.
a drive. It's
That
deep
could
and
go.
almost. Probably about 15 feet from the cone.
There's another shot.
Okay, he's getting the rhythm. I think this might be his last pitch. Here's the pitch and a line drive. Okay. A good effort by Jamie Matthews of the Tigers.
Nice try, Jamie!
Batting first for the National League will be Josh Leitner of the Braves.
Come on, Leitner.
Josh has been injured much of the season.
Well, that may be true, but all I know is he hit a boomerang home run against us in the last game in his probably his first at-bat of the year. So he definitely has the power and the stick to do it.
He really does, Howie. He's another kid with a beautiful swing.
it's wise to take 1 or 2 pitches just to get accustomed to the pitching machine. A lot of these kids, Bruce, haven't used the pitching machine all year. Only the Orioles players have. So it takes a little while to get accustomed to it.
There's a shot, and that is just short. There's another shot. He's getting around on the ball, Hal.
Yes.
Come on, Lightner!
That one's a pop-up. He gets around on that. That could go.
And just short, just shy.
Next swing. He's got a few more here. There's the pitch.
I'll tell you, Bruce, some of the nice things about being in Brookline Youth Baseball so many years is seeing some old faces in the stands.
There's a shot, Howie.
There's one. There's one.
That one's gone. Great shot by Josh.
Yeah, Lightner!
Put it up on the board. Josh Leiden takes the lead with 1.
This is his last one, and it's fouled off. Bobby O'Connor coming up for the Brookline Youth Red Sox.
Hi, Willie.
Bobby's one of the purest hitters in the league. Almost every time up, he gets a line drive, it seems.
Great bat speed with Bobby. You coached with his dad, Howie.
And I give all the credit in the world to his dad for his son's success.
Come on, Bobby! Let's go, Bobby!
There's a shot, but it's on the ground.
Ooh, going for the fences on that one.
Come on, B!
Looks like the pitching machine might be getting a little tired. He has to take a few breathers before each pitch.
Come on, Bobby!
Turned on that ball well.
I think he might be trying to overswing, Bruce.
There's a
Here's
shot.
a drive.
Just
Short.
short.
Short. You can see the dirt spitting up into the air. That was short.
Pitch. Turns
Come
on.
on, Bobby!
There's a shot.
That's
Long
gone. That is
drive.
gone.
Beautiful.
Put that one up on the board for Bobby O'Connor. He ties Josh Leitner. How many swings does he have left? We have our spotter, Jonas Master, working alongside with us. Jonas is a valued member of this broadcast team today.
There's another one, Howie. That one's
He's
gone.
taking the lead. He has taken the lead.
2-1, American League. There it goes.
Okay. A very, very impressive showing by Bobby O'Connor. He doesn't even want to take the last pitch, Bruce.
He's in his zone, Howie.
Well, maybe he's
zone.
out of sync now, walking off the field like that. He might need 4 to win it.
Oh, a shot.
He
but
ends
it's
with
on the
3.
ground. So we have 3-1, American League.
Now up for the National League, we have Matt Campagna. Matt's the son of Joe Campagna, and Matt has 1 homer this season, just like Jamie Matthews. And Robo Pitch is trying to find the zone again.
B, nice hitting.
We should be doing play-by-play.
Well, not much play-by-play when Robo-Arm is taking its time. Swing and miss on the first pitch by Mac Campagna.
There's a shot, but it's on the ground.
Come on, Matt.
Another shot on the ground. There is a shot up in the air,
good?
but not
No, just
quite
shy.
far enough.
Oh,
one
that's
could go.
gone. That's gone. Here's one.
And a great catch out there in left field.
Scores now American League 3, National League 2, thanks to that home run by Mac Campagna.
Still in the bottom half of the second round. There's a swing and
Calvin
miss.
Chin, one of our former players. Bruce, Cal, why don't you take a seat and answer a couple of questions in this home run
There it
contest?
goes.
You have to go. You don't want to answer a couple of questions for us? All right. Well, we just saw another home run by Mac Campagna there. What
There's a shot, but it's
type of stroke
line
is needed to
drive.
hit? What type of stroke is needed to hit a home run in this home run contest, especially with a pitching machine? Oh, he's deferring.
Really couldn't tell you how.
He couldn't tell me. Have you hit any home runs in your career in either youth baseball or in the high school?
Yes, I have.
You have. Okay, so you know what you're talking about. Folks, Calvin Chin was about to say you need a line drive stroke with a little follow through up to give the ball some loft. One of our former players, Bruce, it's really nice to see Calvin back in the high school.
Hi, Calvin.
And Joe Campagna finished with
One home run.
2 home runs. 2 home runs, Bruce. See what happens when you're gawking at our old players who are now taller than us? Now up for the American League, Mike Willits of the Orioles.
Top half of the third round. Mike looks anxious.
I have to say, Bruce, Mike is probably the hardest hitter
Come, Mike.
in Major A baseball this year. He's got 1 home run this year, but he hits the ball hard, mostly on a line drive. He might not have the loft to get it up over those cones, but let's see.
You coached him earlier in his career.
Yeah.
Did you teach him?
I had him 2 home
long ball
runs.
swing?
Well, I prefer to go with a line drive singles approach, and if home runs come of it, then so be it.
Well, there's one of your singles.
He has one of my singles. There's a
There's
shot.
a shot.
There's a
that
shot.
could go, and it's gone.
Chalk up another one for the American League, 4-3.
There's
might have
another one.
Again.
Same place. They might as well just stand there and wait for Mike to.
But once you get into a rhythm with this machine, Bruce, once you get your stroke down, then it's a lot easier rather than a live pitcher. Because you don't know where the ball is going to go with a live pitcher. It could go inside, outside, low, high. This one is going to be right in the same spot. But that way it's fair for everybody.
Falls it back on a hard swing.
Dropped his back elbow a little bit too much and put it over the backstop on that one.
There's a shot. Another one of Howie's singles. There's a pop fly, but it's not deep enough. Another shot on the ground.
Come on, Mike.
Mike really hits the ball hard. Enjoyable to watch him swing. Soon enough, Jonas Master, our spotter, will be in this home run hitting contest, I believe.
Right. Maybe next year, Jonas, you'll be joining these elite 8 kids.
Here's the next pitch. Another shot on the ground.
And Mike Willits ends with 2 home runs.
And Mike.
5-3 going into the bottom half of the third round.
And up for the National League, I believe we have Greg Lever of the Pirates. Greg, like Jamie Matthews, like Mike Willits, has 1 home run this year. Big kid.
Measuring up the machine here, Greg Lieber.
Greg Lieber, I'm just informed, is a tremendous swimmer as well as a terrific baseball player. A lot of these kids, Bruce, have multi-talented skills in various sports. A lot of kids play soccer and baseball.
These kids are generally pure athletes at this level. It's oftentimes what makes them an all-star.
And a lot of kids, I've noticed in speaking with their parents, have taken up martial arts as well. I know Josh Denat, who we'll be seeing in the American League, is taking judo or karate. And as we know from Robert Parrish, martial arts is awfully helpful in terms of gaining other skills that are relevant in other sports.
Teaches discipline, teaches flexibility. It's just a great way to become a pure athlete. Here's Greg again. There's a shot.
Wait, Greg, you're stepping too soon.
Oh, I see. You get like a
There you go.
There's a shot, Bruce.
Just
Oh.
short.
There must be a lot of American Leaguers out there, folks, because, oh!
That one's right back up the middle, right at Arlen, showing his athletic skill,
Well, actually,
getting in the way of that ball.
That's the problem with the robo pitch, Bruce. You can't make any defensive plays to protect the feeder. Probably will, but
I'm not gonna move. I just want to sit down.
the noise probably.
We'll introduce you.
Excuse me, fellas. Listen, I'm thinking about doing this for the police. They've asked me to cover this game, and I was wondering if maybe you fellas would like to come and do what you're doing here for that game. It's on Wednesday, 28th of June. Any possibility?
I don't think for me. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just asking. I probably can't.
We appreciate the offer.
Okay, do you know anyone
If we
who
know
might be able
someone,
to-
we'll surely let you know.
You know, do you like you're in touch with yeah?
Have you gotten in touch with Arlen?
Oh yeah, Arlen actually does the sports on Brookline Cable News. I'm the person who produces Brookline Cable
okay.
News. So I.
Another line drive single up the middle.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I can.
There's a shot, Bruce. There's a shot.
Some of you guys.
And it's good. A home run for Greg Lieber. Brings the NL to within 1 run of the AL. The score is now 5-4. And that was his last pitch. That was clutch hitting by Greg Lieber.
All right.
Coming up for the American League, representing the Orioles, Josh Miller. Josh, Bruce, does Josh have an advantage with this pitching machine? It's his coach that bought it. And we've seen a few of his exhibitions in batting practice before games. And he seems to be able to measure it pretty well. Let's see what he can do. And Jonas Master points out, as is his job to do, Josh Miller has 3 home runs this year.
Wow. Josh is measuring up the machine right now, trying to get it at the right level to get it into his wheelhouse.
Score again, folks, is 5-4 American League. This will be, I believe, the last batter for the American League.
Bobby O'Connor currently leads with 3 home runs. Okay, Josh has now measured up the machine, and the first official pitch coming on.
It's a high fly ball to second base.
There's another shot off the front of the bat. Josh Miller with a shot.
Oh, maybe a foot shy.
Close, Josh. Come on, get up there. Don't think about it, Josh.
Wind's blowing from left to right, so it's not helping the hitters. There, it's getting up in the air, but it's not far enough.
Oh, that's gone. Look at that one fly.
What a
That-
beautiful shot.
If there's an award for the longest home run, Josh Miller just wrapped it up. No one's going to touch that one.
There's another shot. That one's gone
Again.
also.
Oh, he's padding the lead. That's 2 for Josh Miller.
It's now 7-4, American League.
Don't think about it, Josh. Come on.
There's a shot, but it's a line drive. There's one.
Bruce, do you see the full extension and the power that he generates with thrusting into that ball and swiveling his hips? It generates so much leg power.
Just gets it into his wheelhouse and drives it out of the park. Enjoyable to watch these strong hitters hit.
Just a tremendous stroke. Watch him uncoil with the pitch and hit it right in the meat. There you go. There's another one. It's got to be.
Wow.
That's 4 for Joel. Another one.
And he's taking the lead
Oh, I
from
think that was
Bobby
even-
O'Connor.
That must have been further than his first one. I stand corrected. A tremendous display by Josh Miller of the Orioles, banging out 5 home runs over the center field cone, the furthest point in the field to hit it.
The National League will really have to hope that
Represent
Simeone
Tommy Simeone, coach's son again.
has a big time. He's got 10 pitches yet again, and they're down 9-4.
And Tommy hit 2 home runs this year.
So Tommy certainly does have the power. He's measuring up the machine. One over the fence in Robinson for one of his home runs this year.
Wait for it, Tom. Move up, Tommy. Move up.
Well, maybe I put it down for National League.
And he's coming after us, Hal. That ball almost fouled off into our wheelhouse, I
Well,
guess.
the first rule of doing this, Bruce, is that the kids cannot hit any foul balls over to us.
Here you go.
That's a good rule, Hal. Tommy Simeone with a shot, line drive. There's another ground ball.
Tommy, move up in the box a little bit. I think you'll get more bat on it.
Bert?
There's a pop-up just out of the infield. That one's not going to get away, but he certainly got the loft on that one. Fouls that one back.
I think they've run out of pitches, Bruce, to come and tie it.
Arlen doing a fine job on that pitching machine.
I don't even know her.
There's the pitch. Measuring that one up.
Well, that's a good idea. He wants to have at least one, and why not take a breather? Take a practice swing.
Good strategy. And that one's on the ground.
You can see the frustration there. Let's have a good one for his last attempt.
There's a shot, but it's on the ground.
Folks, that concludes
The home run hitting contest with the American League winning 9-3. Real enjoyable to watch
And-
these kids hit.
Needless to say, I think the MVP, if there is an award, must go to Josh Miller, who hit 5 of the American League's 9 home runs. A tremendous display by Josh Miller. But congratulations to all the kids who participated in this event. They're all fine athletes, and they tried very, very hard, and they all deserve a round of applause, and they did a great job. And we'll be right back with the 1995 Brookline Youth Baseball Major League A All-Star Game.
smokeless tobacco? Man, that's some nasty stuff. Remember CJ got messed up from it? Got a lot of gum problems? Man, my brother has some foul-looking sores in his mouth from chew. And quitting was tough, too, because he was hooked on the nicotine. But he quit. Yeah, that guy with mouth cancer really got to him. Yeah, and Kim said his breath was terrible.
Get the facts. Smokeless isn't harmless. Write this address.
Good evening, everyone. Introducing the two teams for tonight's game. First, the National League. Coaching staff, Frank McCourt.
Frank McCourt of the Brookline Dodgers.
From the Dodgers, Joe Simeone.
And his co-coach, Joe Simeone, whose son Tommy's playing in the game tonight.
From the Braves, Michelle Brosner.
Michelle of the Braves.
From the Pirates, Tom Weaver.
And Tom Weaver of the Braves.
For the players, from the Braves, number 8, Will Haney. Number 4, Eli Kessler. Number 13, Josh Leitner. From the Pirates, number 2, Elaine McCants.
Just in case. Oh, we have some.
Number 13, David Corona. From the Dodgers, number 4, Nick Rosenthal. Number 6, Cal Stein. Number 7, David Camphy. Starting lineup for the National League. Leading off, number 10, pitcher Ryan Magner. From the Dodgers, number 13, shortstop Travis McCourt. From the Dodgers, number 3, catcher Tom Simeone. From the Pirates, number 3, third baseman Greg Lieber. From the Braves, number 9, first baseman Dan Kronos. From the Dodgers, number 9, right fielder Parker Farrington. From the Pirates, number 6, Matt Campagna. From the Braves, number 7, second baseman John Lau. And from the Braves, number 5, center fielder Alexander Blalevin. For the American League, coaches Iron Shostak.
Yeah, Arlen!
In his 42nd year, Pops Shostak.
Yeah, Pops! Yeah, Pops!
Alan Schlossberg.
Yeah, Alan!
And Kevin Ning. Coaches for the Tigers, doing the Cablevision, Howard Rosenstein and Bruce Delbeck. Coaches for the Red Sox, currently at a reception at a wedding, Steve Z and Will Porter. Players from the Red Sox, number 13, Corey Nadler. Number 9, A.J. Wolasanko. Number 11, Thomas Foote. From the Orioles, number 6, Mike Hauk. From the Tigers, number 6, Josh Donat. Number 10, Jesse Hamilton. Starting lineup for the American League. From the Red Sox, number 9, catcher Bobby O'Connor. From the Orioles, number 3, pitcher Josh Miller. From the Orioles, number 7, second baseman Noah Bain. From the Orioles, number 5, shortstop Mike Wirtz. From the Tigers, number 10, third baseman Jamie Matthews. From the Orioles, number 1, first baseman Chris Dempsey. From the Orioles, number 11, left fielder Aaron Kimbrough. From the Red Sox, number 5, right fielder Noam Bowman. And from the Tigers, number 3, center fielder Zach Mawson.
Zach!
Good luck to both teams, guys. Have a good game.
The umpire for today's game, Sean Payne. Thank you, Sean.
Turn on your breakfast. Turn it on. Turn on your day. You're the one that's gonna make it. Look at your work. Look at your play. Be your best every day. Have fun, just do it your way. Turn it on. Turn on the breakfast. Turn it on. Now don't you know you're the one that's gonna make it. Look at your move. Look at your goal. Turn it on.
At first base for the American League, Chris Dempsey. Second base, Noah Payne. At shortstop, Mike Willits. At third base, Jamie Matthews. In left field, Aaron Kimbrough. In center field, Zach Muffson. In right field, Noam Perlman. And on the mound for today's game, Josh Miller. Behind the plate, Bobby O'Connor. Bobby getting prepared for today's game. We've got a beautiful day for the game. The sun's come out, and a slight wind from left to right.
Umpiring today's game is Sean Payne and Chris Jordan.
Coaching the American League, Arlen, having a chat with his catcher, Bobby O'Connor.
What's nice about this event, Bruce, is that though the head coach is the one with the best record in each division, therefore Arlen Shostak and Joe Simeone representing the National League, all the coaches get to participate if they'd like to help out. Unfortunately for the American League, Arlen is obviously here. The Red Sox coaches both
That is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Arlen is here. The Red Sox coaches are both attending a wedding. And you and I, coach of the Tigers, are behind the broadcast table, so it's pretty much a solo effort on the part of Arlen and his coaching staff. But obviously, it's a fine coaching staff with the record that they've compiled this year. I believe they're 11-5 and in first place. 11-6, I'm corrected.
And tons of experience with those 42 years of coaching experience by Pops.
That's right. He's seen it all, hasn't he?
He really has. Arlen, following in his footsteps.
Let's look over the starting lineup for defensively, Bruce. You can see that it's heavy with the Orioles on the infield. We have Josh Miller starting pitching, Chris Dempsey at first base, Noah Payne at second base, Mike Willits. That's a nice strong double play combination with Willits and Payne. Jamie Matthews. They know each other. They're best of friends, and they're a heck of a tandem there. Jamie Matthews, also a very close friend of Mike Willits and Noah Payne, rounding out the hut corner, third base, and he's a fine fielder himself.
They played together with you, Hal.
They did. They played together on the if I may tout my own horn a little bit, the league champion of the Major Bs and the White Sox. That was just a couple years ago in 1993. We had a nice core of, funny enough, Mike Willits, Jamie Matthews, and Noah Payne. What a threesome to have. And Zach Muffson actually as well, and I'm reminded by Jonas Master, our super spotter of the day. Zach Muffson was also on that team, as was Josh Dam, who is a fine player in his own right. Josh Miller just taking a few more warm-up pitches, and we should be underway momentarily. The lights have come on here at beautiful Cypress Field.
The wind seems to be picking up a little. Hopefully the rain will hold off for a while. There is a threat of showers. We'll hope that
There's not going to be any showers tonight, Bruce. This is a magical night for the kids. What a treat it is for the kids to be playing under the lights. A special moment in their lives, something that they will never forget. And if they get a tape of this broadcast, they certainly won't forget us.
They may try,
they
they won't forget us. Now we've covered the infield for the American League, so now let's try to move to the outfield. And you've got some speed out there, Hal.
Tremendous speed with Kimbrough in left, Muffson in center, and probably one of the finest fielding defensive players in the league, Noam Perlman. His usual positions at shortstop. but obviously you can't have two shortstops in the game at one time. That is a tremendous defensive outfield that the American League has.
Perlman's made some fantastic plays against us this year.
Unfortunately. In fact, all these kids have played well against us this year.
Josh Miller wandering around, manicuring the pitching mound. Of course, it's not a mound here at Cypress Field. It is a softball field, so there is no mound. Josh taking his last warm-ups, coming down. Bobby O'Connor throws it on, and Mike Willits taking the throw at shortstop.
And Bruce, we're all set with the start of the 1995 All-Star Game. Here's the first pitch. To call the action tonight is Bruce Stahlbeck. Bruce?
Leading off for the Pirates, Ryan Magner. First pitch is a strike. Swinging.
Nice way to start.
Josh.
Game time temperature, a nice 68 degrees.
Ryan digs in. There's the pitch. He squares to bunt. They've got 2 strikes on him now.
Yeah, went just a little bit too far on that attempt at a bunt. He's not going to be bunting now, I don't think, with 2 strikes.
Ryan, quick bat, quick ball player. This National League team's got a lot of speed. And there's a ball, so it's 1-2 on Ryan. There's a timeout on the field.
And
everything seems to be set. Josh Miller on the mound. Still a bit of a timeout. Ryan getting adjusted here. Takes a couple practice swings. And here goes Josh Miller with the pitch. Ryan rips one down the field.
Oh, what a catch! What a catch out in left field by Aaron Kimbrough in foul territory.
A lot of speed. Brilliant play. That's 1 down. So now coming up for the Dodgers lefty, Travis McCourt. Josh Miller, 1 down. Top of the first. There's the pitch. Bit outside, ball 1. Travis digs in. He's got an interesting stance here. That's a strike, and so we've got 1-1. Josh seems to be throwing hard, Hal.
Very hard, and he's right around the plate. That one hit the black of the outside corner. Beautiful pitch.
That one's in the dirt, so that's ball 2. 2-1.
Tremendous play by Bobby O'Connor. I know no one was on base, but it gives you an appreciation of the talent behind the home plate. He uses his body well to block the ball, and we'll see more of that today.
Here's the pitch. Strike 2. We've got 2-2 on Travis. Josh throwing hard.
No doubt the American League knows to throw it on the outside corner with this kid.
There's a shot, and that one gets through into the outfield. Little bobble by Kimbrough, and Travis is going for second. He's in there safely with a double.
Nice line drive. Nice try at shortstop by Mike Willits. And head-up base running.
He's got a lot of speed, obviously, so we've got some speed on the bases. Now Tom Simeone, their number 3 batter, coach's son. Good little ball player here. There's the windup and the pitch. It's in the dirt. Great stop by Bobby O'Connor to hold Travis on at second.
Folks, if you haven't attended very many games in Brookline Youth Baseball, there is no leading. There is stealing, but only after the pitch crosses the plate.
There's another pitch, slightly low, I guess, so we've got 2 balls, no strikes. Travis McCourt at second base. Tom Simeone digs in, gets ready. Josh Miller on the windup, and the pitch outside. 3-0 on Tom Simeone.
I know it's early, but this could be a big pitch. You have a 3-0 count. Let's see if his coach, Frank McCourt, gives him the green light with a runner on second base.
There's the windup, Josh Miller, and the pitch. Inside, and so we've got a walk. So runners at first and second, one down. And Greg Lever from the Pirates up for the National League. He's got some power. There's the windup. And the pitch, strike. And Bobby throws down. Great throw down, and they nab him. So they get Travis McCord at third. Great play there by Bobby O'Connor and Jamie Matthews.
Perfect execution of a throw down to third base. The ball was right in the glove. Matthews gave him a perfect target, foot high. That's where you want to throw the ball, Bruce. Right in the glove. The third baseman doesn't want to have to move his glove. Let the player slide into it for the out.
There's the pitch, nubbed off. Josh Miller with a great play, and over to Dempsey to retire the side. No runs. One hit, one walk, and at the end of a half an inning, it's 0-0.
We'll be right back with the American League coming up to bat for the first time in the 1995 Major A All-Star Game.
You must remember this. It seems like yesterday you watched your family grow through happy times, rewarding times. You've worked hard to create a life filled with rich memories. Now that you've reached the golden years, you should have the health and vigor to create new memories. Exercise helps your heart, muscles, and mind to stay strong. This is Van Johnson. Check with your physician first and exercise regularly for yourself and those you love. Fitness is feeling great.
And Kernis from the Braves. At second base, John Lau from the Braves, and all Braves left side. Travis McCord at short. Greg Lever over at third base. In the outfield, Alex Blyleven. Parker Farrington in center. There's the first pitch, and it's high to Bobby O'Connor. We'll continue introducing the kids just after we get a chance, but first, Bobby O'Connor at bat. Ryan Magner on the mound. There's the pitch. It's coming in hard. Ball 2. Bobby's got some speed. He's obviously got some power. He had 3 home runs in the home run hitting contest. Ryan into the windup. Pitch. Swinging strike. It's 2-1.
Pulled out on that one, Bruce. Just to finish up the outfield, we have Alex Blyleven in left, Parker Farrington in center from the Dodgers, Matt Companion from the Pirates in right field. And a quick note, we were just handed the final score of the home run hitting contest. It was 10-4, American League.
Magner with the pitch. Swinging strike on Bobby O'Connor, so we've got 2-2 on Bobby.
It's tough laying off the high pitches.
Ryan, of course, has a excellent curveball. I think he went to the signal for the curveball right here, and that one's high. Some controversy about that curveball, Howie.
There certainly has been a lot of controversy whether an 11 or 12-year-old is too young to throw it. It's the majority of the coaches' decisions that that a player is too young to throw a curveball at 11 or 12 and shouldn't be trying it, and I certainly don't recommend it.
3-2, and Bobby O'Connor walks. So Bobby O'Connor at first base. He's an aggressive base runner.
Just to go back to the curveball a bit, that should be something that should be brought up at the board of directors meeting to take a vote on whether it should be allowed next year.
Certainly should, Hal. I'd agree with you 100%. Josh Miller digs in. Josh Miller, of course, won the home run hitting contest with 5 round trippers. Ryan Magner into the windup, and the pitch comes in with a fastball hard right by Josh Miller.
Very nice pitch.
Josh steps out. Technical difficulties, so we're back. Josh Miller struck out, so there's 1 out. Bobby O'Connor still on first base, and Noah Payne is the third batter. Holds that bat high. Ryan Magner into the pitch, and there's a shot right through into center field. That should get O'Connor over to second, and they get the ball in, so there's a single right up the middle by Noah Payne. Sets the stages for Mike Willits, the number 4 batter.
Nice hit right up the middle.
Bobby gets back. Ryan not going to let him get off the base at all. They're going to be stingy out there. The National League's got excellent fielders, great team speed, and good pitching, as well as good hitting.
Same, the American League has copied the National League, first and second with 1 out, and the National League had that. Let's see if the American League can do something different than the National League.
That one's high into Willits, so there is a ball. Bobby O'Connor, as we've said, very aggressive on the base paths.
Not going to get him very far, but maybe he's just trying to draw or throw.
Magner with the pitch, high again, ball 2. So he's got 2 balls on Mike Willits.
Mike, if he gets the ball 3, we'll certainly have the green light. He is a tremendous power hitter.
Magner, wind up, the pitch. There's a strike. So we
that was the curveball, Bruce.
2-1. 2-1 to Willits. Willits steps out.
Let's hope there's not too much of an over-reliance on the pitch.
Steps back in. Magner into the windup. There's the pitch. And there's a shot. Back to the pitcher. And Willits, it gets by the first baseman, Kernis. And Bobby O'Connor scores. Noah Payne ends up at third. And Mike Willits at second base. Just got by Kernis from Magner.
Bobby O'Connor scoring the first run in the All-Star game today, Bruce. There was an error on the first baseman. It was a good try. Just scored it out of his glove, leaving runners at second and third with Jamie Matthews coming up. Let's see if Jamie can go the other way into right field maybe and bring home both runs. Matthews is just a solid hitter. Let's see if he can produce a couple of runs here.
So Noah Payne on third base. Looks like Jamie Matthews takes on that first pitch. Noah Payne at third base. Mike Willits at second. As Jonas Master points out, Jamie always likes to get a look at that first pitch. Magner into the windup. There's the pitch. Jamie gets a cut. He's now got 2 strikes on him. Howie giving some instructions to his ball player.
Trying to tell him to keep the elbow up on that one and keep the head down.
You've developed quite a bond with Jamie Matthews over the years, haven't you, Hal?
I sure have. And that's what he wants to do.
There's a flare. Looks like a fair ball. And Noah Payne will score. Mike Willits in and Jamie into second base with a flare double.
Good for him. A well-deserved hit. Great batting by Jamie Matthews. He stuck with it with 2 strikes. You just want to get the bat on the ball. And he just poked it into right field. Anything by the first baseman is going to bring in 2 runs. It was a beautiful piece of hitting on that one. And 2 RBI for Jamie Matthews. And he's on second base with 1 out. And the American League leads it now 3-0.
Chris Dempsey up. Magner looks in, gets the sign, wind up, pitch. And there's strike 1 on Chris Dempsey. Willits and Payne just scored on that flare by Jamie Matthews. Chris Dempsey sees the ball low. Chris Dempsey steps out.
Dempsey, another one of the fearsome foursome of the Orioles. They've got a power lineup with Dempsey and Willits and Payne and Miller.
Murderer's Row.
Murderer's Row. We know it
There's
very well.
a ball in the dirt, and Jamie is going to get on to third base. So
Matthews utilizing his tremendous speed to get over to third base. Folks, it just goes to show you don't have to hit a towering drive to get to advance bases here.
Heads up baseball.
That's what's beautiful about the game of baseball.
Chris Dempsey gets in, Magner with the windup. And the pitch. Swinging strike on Chris Dempsey. That's 2 strikes. He just nicked that one.
What Chris wants to do is get the ball to the right side of the infield, or preferably behind the infield into the outfield. Just try to get one more run across the plate. There's a curve again.
Curveball. So here comes Chris Dempsey digging in. Magner looks in, gets the sign, wind up, and the pitch.
Oh, nice scoop. Nice scoop by the catcher. Nice scoop by Tommy Simeone.
Chris Dempsey with a walk. So now we've got first and third. Chris Dempsey on first, Jamie Matthews on third. And now coming up to bat, Aaron Kimbrough as he digs in. There's a lot of nerves in this first inning, I would say, Hal, wouldn't you?
Well, the first inning is always the toughest inning. We have a conference with, well, basically everybody. Frank McCourt of the Dodgers trying to calm down Ryan Magner. He's brought the catcher and the third base and the shortstop in to have a little discussion. I think, Bruce, they're probably going over what to do in a situation where there's a double steal, runners on first and third. It's a common steal situation in youth baseball. You try to draw a throw down to second, and the runner at third tries to break for home, tries to steal an extra run in there. There's a lot of defensive plays that teams ordinarily use. It's either throw it down to second, rifle it right back to the pitcher, throw it to the shortstop who cuts in, or basically no throw. So let's see what kind of defensive strategy they implement here.
So Kimbrough digs in. Magner on the mound.
I wonder if they are going to go, Bruce. There's not much speed in the base pass, but you just want to...
There's the bunt, and Aaron Kimbrough fouls that one back. Beautiful bunt there. He had that bat up in the air.
A great try. That's the show stack strategy, trying to squeeze the runner in from third base. We have a great bunter in Aaron Kimbrough, and he's lightning fast down the line.
Magner, wind up. There's the pitch. Swinging strike, so they've got two now on Aaron Kimbrough.
And Dempsey steals second like we were talking about. They waited a couple of pitches, and the catcher, Tommy Simeone, faked the throw down to third base to try to get Matthews off the base, but Matthews is just a smart player. He wasn't going anywhere. He just wanted to get the runner over to second base in that situation and take the force play off.
There's the pitch, and they get Kimbrough looking. So there's the second out. Against the American League. Coming up for the American League, Noam Perlman.
We got two outs now.
As you said earlier, how beautiful fielder. How is he as a hitter?
Well, he's a very, very aggressive hitter. Let's see if he can spray the ball in for a base hit.
So second and third for the American League, Noam Perlman up. There's the windup by Magner and the pitch. High, it gets by the catcher. Matthews not going anywhere. Good defense by the National League.
That's right, Bruce. It was a lightning quick reaction by Tommy Simeone, the catcher. The backstop here is fairly close to home plate. Matthews isn't going on that one.
Magner looks in, gets the sign. There's the windup and the pitch. Bit low on that one.
Noam's a smart hitter. He's not going to go after any bad pitches out of that strike zone.
Noam digs in. Magner, windup. Oh, there's a strike. So we've got second and third.
Noam Perlman is one of the fine athletes from the Driscoll School here in Brookline.
Magner with the pitch. Oh, tips it and gets by the catcher, so that is just
dead ball.
Dead ball. Gets by Magner, but Jamie Matthews.
Oh, it's still a dead ball, Bruce, if it's a foul.
You're right, Hal.
Sorry, Coach.
Unfortunately, don't pay much attention when my players are on the base pads.
Well, that's why I'm at third.
And he gets the car.
Unfortunately for the car runner.
Perlman winds up, gets the Volvo out there.
This is a good at bat for Noam. We said he was a smart hitter. He's fouled off a couple of pitches in a row now. Same with Matthews. He had 2 strikes. He has 2 strikes now. Let's see if he can put it into play.
Second, third, 2 outs. Bottom half of the first inning. Magner, wind up, pitch, and he walks.
Tremendous at bat. Very, very good at bat, folks. Smart hitting by Noam Perlman. He made the pitcher work, and he drew a walk off him. Excellent play.
Noam Perlman at first. Chris Dempsey second. Jamie at third. Bases are loaded
for Zach Muffson. Muffson batting .509 this year for the Tigers. The Tigers' leading hitter this year.
The number 9 hitter in the American League. Magner's manicuring the mound. His shortstop comes in to talk to him, Travis McCourt.
Muffson with 28 hits and 55 at-bats for the Tigers this year.
And he pulled his head out on that one. We've had a little trouble with that all year, haven't we, Hal?
Well, you know what, Bruce? It's funny. In the first he's really a two-strike hitter. He pulls out a lot on the first couple of pitches, but that third one he straightens out and he usually bangs it right over the second base.
There's the windup by Magner and the pitch. Zach Muffson, second strike on Zach. So we've gone through the order for the American League. This is the number 9 hitter. High on that one. Zach stands in. Bases are loaded. 2 out, bottom half of the first inning. Magner looks in. The windup and the pitch. Fouls that one off. Way off.
You know, we just talked about how great a hitter Muffson is, but defensively, Bruce, he's also done the job for us in center field.
Great fielder, great hitter. Enjoyable kid to have on the team.
Tremendous athlete. And the word on him is he's not going to miss any balls out there, and it's true.
Wind up Magner, and Zach fouls off another tough pitch.
This shows that the smarts of the American League team, Bruce, they're fouling off pitches and when they get a good one in, they're going to give it a ride.
Another great at bat by the American League. National League, Ryan Magner wind up pitch, and he struck him out. Ryan with the strikeout, and so after one inning, the American League scores 3 runs, so it's 3-0 American League, and we'll be right back.
If you've had a sexually transmitted disease like gonorrhea, herpes, or syphilis, listen. What you were doing that exposed you to that disease could also expose you to the AIDS virus. You're living proof that a sexually transmitted disease can happen. Please don't prove it again.
Find out more about HIV, the virus that causes AIDS.
Play this in? Sure.
Dan Kernis up at bat. Noam Perlman on the mound. Perlman looks in, wind up, there's the pitch. High, but it's swinging strike by Dan Kernis.
Swinging at a bad pitch. Things I hate to see.
Kernis, a lefty. Perlman looks in, wind up, there's the pitch. Another one. We've got 2 strikes on Dan Kernis.
Kernis, the son of Ken Kernis and Michelle Rosner of the Braves.
The leadoff batter here in the second inning. Perlman, wind up, in the dirt. So we've got 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kernis.
Second time he took it.
I think our backs are going to be sore by the end of the game, Bruce.
Perlman looks in, wind up, there's the pitch. He gets a hold of it, and Noam makes the fielding play for the out.
You heard him call it out loud and clear. That's a good play defensively. You always want to have the defensive player who's going towards the ball make that play. Perlman gathered in. We mentioned his fine defensive abilities, and you saw it just right there.
Parker Farrington now coming up for the National League. Perlman, wind up, there's the pitch. Strike by Perlman, so we've got 1 strike on Farrington. Second batter of the top of the second inning. Oh, there's a drive. And that one may drop, and it does. Gets just past Willits. Payne covers second. Smart heads-up play there by Payne, and they hold Parker Farrington to a single.
That's a tough play. That's dead man's territory out there, Bruce. You've got Willits trying to back up and do an over-the-shoulder catch, a very tough play, a very far run for Zach Muffson. That just fell in for a single. Seeing eye single.
Matt Campagna up. Perlman with the pitch. High to Campagna. Farrington takes the lead off, and the throw down. He's back safely.
Let's mention a good play by Josh Miller out in right field, backing up a potential throw.
Perlman into the windup. There's the delivery and the pitch, and it's a liner. Oh, this could turn too. They just draw Dempsey off.
Almost.
They get the lead runner. Always important to get the lead runner.
That's true. It absolutely is true. They had a very close play on an attempted double play. We mentioned the double play combination of Willits and Payne. We saw it almost executed there. Just dragging the first baseman Dempsey off the back slightly. That's 1 out.
John Lau now, the number 8 hitter for the National League.
Excuse me, that's
Perlman
2 outs.
looks in, and that's inside. Ball 1 to Perlman, from Perlman to John Lau. John Lau looks down, gets the sign. Campagna at first. 2 down here, second inning. Perlman winds up. There's a ground ball, second baseman.
Beautiful defensive play by Payne.
For the third out.
Beautiful play. Shuffled over, gathered his feet, and flipped it over to Willits for the third out of the inning. And we'll be back with the American League coming to bat in the bottom of the second inning with a score. American League 3, National League 1.
Tragically, 150,000 Americans will lose their lives this year because of one thing. But not the thing you think.
The pitcher in the first inning, he's now at first. Tom Simeone at second base. Travis McCourt at shortstop. And Greg Lever at
from the
third
Pirates.
base. Matt Campagna in left field. Alex Blythe. Oh, in right field we have Parker Farrington.
Well, they've tried to trick us here, Bruce. They've switched it around a bit. It looks like we've got Parker Farrington in center, Matt Campagna in right field, and Alex Blythe in left field. Folks, we want to...
correction.
Well, my pleasure. We want to make note of the sponsors of Brookline Youth Baseball. We're not going to run through all of them, but periodically we will. Were it not for these sponsors, a lot of these kids wouldn't have such great uniforms and a great chance to play ball. Noble House, Restaurant, Rotary Club, and Hammond Real Estate are just 3 of our fine sponsors at Brookline Youth Baseball, and we owe them a debt of gratitude. Thank you to them all.
So leading off here in the in the second inning, bottom half of the second inning, top of the order for the American League, Bobby O'Connor. Again, Bobby with a
walk. Bobby walked in the first inning.
Time he scored a run.
That's right.
There's the windup and the pitch, but foul ball. That one bounced back into him while he was in the batter's box. Foul ball.
Bob is just a tremendous athlete, Bruce. We see him behind the plate, stopping almost every ball that comes to him. And we saw in the home run derby that he can rip some line drive homers, too.
On the mound in the second inning for the National League, Dan Kernis, lefty. Giving him a slightly different look than Ryan Magner. O'Connor digs in. Kernis, wind up. There's the pitch. Low. So we've got 1-1 on Bobby O'Connor. Things seem to have settled in. There's another bunt, and Kernis over. And
he's got a beautiful bunt down the third base line by O'Connor.
So a single by Bobby O'Connor. As we said, he's an aggressive base runner, so we might see some action down there.
Speedy base runner too, Bruce.
Kernis and Josh Miller digs in. Nobody out, man on first. Wind up pitch. High. Kernis, and it's down to Magner. Magner, Bobby O'Connor back at first. Bobby O'Connor back at first. Sometimes he gets back.
Yeah, eventually he gets back.
Josh Miller digs in. Kernis looks in, gets the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. There's a strike. 1-1 to Josh Miller.
A leadoff single by O'Connor down the third base line. Let's see if the American League can add to the 3-0 lead that they enjoy.
Kernis with the delivery and another foul by Josh Miller. So Kernis now has 2 strikes on Miller. 3-0 here in the bottom half of the second inning here at beautiful Cypress Field. Sunny Saturday afternoon.
Saturday evening. We're going to see the sunset pretty soon, Bruce. It's going to go right behind the high school. Oh, there's a
delivery, shot up the middle. O'Connor round second into third, and he's in standing. Miller with a single.
aggressive base running by Bobby O'Connor. We mentioned it time and time again, but he didn't hesitate around second base. He just went straight for third base. Great, smart play by Bobby O'Connor. There wasn't going to be a chance on getting him out at third. Now they've set up the possibility of another delayed double steal with Miller trying to take second base. This is a hitting machine, this American League All-Star team.
That was a 2-strike pitch to Miller, and he ripped it up for a single. Noah Payne, now the batter. Single in the middle of the field last time. He also scored a run. So O'Connor at third.
And Miller at first. We had a little conference with the coaching staff of the National League All-Stars. It looks like they're setting up the double steal again, Bruce. This is tough. Usually a team will have signs for what kind of strategy they want to employ, but with this All-Star team of mixed stars from each team, not everybody is on the same page all the time.
Kernis looks in. There's the delivery, and it's foul ball by Noah Payne. Pop's telling Noah to tuck his shirt in. You want to look good when you're on television.
Absolutely. And we're wearing our Sunday best, aren't we?
We certainly are.
We're going to have a special guest between innings, and we'll keep it a surprise, so you won't go away.
Kernis, outside pitch, and down there was the steal, how they were trying to draw the throw.
There's the double steal. Miller just takes second base nice and easily. We have second and third with none out still.
Now, does it have, when you say it's a double steal?
Well, it's not a double steal. It's a single steal, but an attempted double steal.
And in the dirt, Bobby O'Connor, as we said, aggressive base runner, but the National League defenses it well.
Yeah, you're not going to see too many kids stealing home plate on a pass ball. The backstop is just too close to home plate. And why risk it? With no outs, runners on second and third, why risk it?
So
all these kids can hit.
In. Kernis looks in, gets the sign, the windup. There's the pitch, and it's a number into the first baseman. Magner comes home. Oh, O'Connor is safe.
Beautiful slide. Slid right under it.
Beautiful play by Magner. Defensively, he came in. He didn't hesitate with that throw. They almost got him.
It's a bang-bang play.
So now the next batter for the American League, Mike Willits. Kernis looks in. The delivery. High to Willits. Ball one.
Just to update you, it's now 4-0 American League in the bottom of the second inning, and no outs, runners on second and third.
There's a strike to Willits, 1-1. Noah Payne at second base, Josh Miller at third, Willits.
Gee, is it a coincidence that we have Orioles batting 1, 2, and 3 in this
There's
in
a
this
swinging
game?
strike to Willits.
Oh, no pitch. Evidently there was a fan on the field.
He's going back out.
And
Sean, he's going back out again. Sean.
we're going to have another timeout. Fans are asked to stay off the field.
It's like Boston Garden here.
Or Fenway Park, actually.
Hopefully being thrown onto the field, but it's actually kids.
This one's a little kid, so we can't prosecute him. But parents should know to keep their kids off the field. Well,
Willits. There's a pop fly.
Setting up the tagging up.
Oh, Campagna just drops it. Willits with a single then.
Tough play. The sun is still out there. He may have lost that one in the sun.
So Willits on first and Noah Payne at third.
Brings up Matthews, the star of the first inning, driving in 2 runs with a single to right field.
Two runs are in here in the bottom half of the second inning. And Jamie Matthews up at bat.
And I'll go out on a limb here, Bruce. I think they're going to try to steal second.
Ernest with the delivery.
And he does it again.
Single. In. They get Willits going over to third, and he's out. But Jamie advances to second base.
Aggressive base running by the American League. Matthews with a line drive into right field, bringing in his third RBI of the day. American League aggressively trying to take third base. They got thrown out there, but Matthews smart, and base running, heads up base running, takes second on the throw. Jamie a perfect 2 for 2 with 3 RBI. What a day he's having, Bruce.
Chris Dempsey now up. He walked last time out. Dempsey sees a strike. Jamie Matthews at second base. 3 runs in for the American League. They lead 6-0. Bottom half of the second inning. Kernis with the windup pitch, low in the dirt. 1-1 here to Chris Dempsey.
Chris Dempsey batting .326 on the year, Bruce. Very strong hitter.
Certainly is. Big kid, good athlete. There's the windup, another one low in the dirt by Kernis.
If you look at this, the Orioles team statistics, Bruce, you'll notice how disciplined they are. Dempsey with 4 strikeouts, only 4 strikeouts all year. They only have 2 players in double figures. That's phenomenal. Not like our team.
Wind up and the pitch outside.
Just to give you another example, Bruce, Mike Willis has struck out 1 time this year, and so is Jamie Matthews for the Tigers. Phenomenal discipline.
And these are hard swingers. So Chris Dempsey with his second walk of the ball game. So the National League now has runners at first and second.
With 1 out.
Good shot of Chris Dempsey there. Jamie Matthews at second base. And Aaron Kimbrough coming up to the plate. Number 11 here for the Orioles. Kimbrough Cade last time out to get the second out of the inning. Kernis with the windup. I think he went around.
Yep,
yes,
that's a strike.
He definitely went around, and so Kimbrough's got a strike on him.
Kernis plays a lot of first base for the Braves, but you can obviously see he's a great pitcher as well.
And there's the second strike, so they've got 2 strikes here on Aaron Kimbrough. How 2 strikes? What do you do to defense that?
To defend the
when
2
you're
strikes?
The batter.
Well, you choke up on the bat. Here's a pass ball. Matthews trying to dig into for third base. He got it easily.
So they
runners advance.
Both runners. Chris Dempsey into second. Jamie Matthews into third. So Kimbrough has runners at second and third. Kernis into his windup. There's the pitch. Outside. It's a ball. Still got 2 strikes here on Kimbrough. The windup. Nice patient at bat here by Aaron.
Well, you can see the discipline with these Orioles kids, Bruce. They're just very well taught.
Kernis looks in. The delivery. Swinging. Strike 3.
No. Foul ball. He dropped it.
Sorry about that.
Called foul.
So it's 2-2 on Aaron Kimbrough.
For those of you new to the game of baseball, if there's a foul ball and it's caught by the catcher on the third strike, he is out. But if it's dropped, he's still alive.
Nubs that one foul.
Bruce, how many times have these American League stars fouled off pitches with 2 strikes on them and gotten on base with either a walk or a single? Just tremendous patience by these American Leaguers.
They retrieve the ball back to Sean.
Sean Payne, the umpire. Sean's done a terrific job umpiring games this year.
And a swinging strike, so Kimbrough goes down for the second time. That's the second out of the inning.
Sean, Bruce, how much did Sean give you to make positive comments this year? No, he's done a fabulous job. It's a very tough job umpiring these youth baseball games. Usually there's only 1 umpire in each game, and he has to watch all over the field. He's done a terrific job.
Perlman, patient. The ball gets by the catcher. Kernis comes in to cover. Kernis retrieves the ball, heads back to the mound. Noam Perlman walked last time up. Runners on second and third.
Watch it,
Nice,
Tommy.
patient batter. Noam, as we said, good smart hitter.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, Nolan Perlman was had 2 strikes on him for the longest time last time.
There's a strike.
He ended up drawing a walk last time up.
The 8th batter of the second inning here for the American League. Wind up, and that one's high. Noam's got a nice quick bat. John Lau catching. Curtis wind up. There's another strike on the outside part of the plate. Noam has 2 strikes on him.
Runners on second and third for the American League.
And Noam walks yet again to bring up the 9th batter of the second inning, Zach
Bruce,
Muffson.
if I may just say something very eerie, the last 5 batters have done the exact same thing. Well, not to be redundant, exact same, but they've done the same things in the last inning. Single, error, single, walk, strikeout, walk. And Zach Muffson, he hopes he's not true to form, and he hopes he doesn't strike out this time. Let's see if Zach can put the bat on the ball.
That was a ball to Zach Muffson. Muffson digs in. Curtis looks in, gets the sign into his windup.
Way ahead of that one.
Strike on Zach Muffson. 1-1 to Muffson.
Pulled out on that one. Folks, that's called stepping in the bucket. You don't want to step in the bucket.
John Lau gets into position. Curtis into his windup. And another swinging strike by Zach Muffson. Howie giving a signal to Zach to keep his head in.
I'm supposed to be partial though, Bruce. There you go.
And there's a drive, a great play by the second baseman.
Nice hit though, nice hit, Zach.
Tom Simeone. So that's the 3rd out. Liner to the second baseman, and we'll be right back.
See this? In its earliest, most treatable stage, breast cancer is no bigger than the head of a pin. Now take a pillow and imagine it's your breast. You feel anything? Neither would the 45,000 women who will die of breast cancer this year. Don't wait. Get a mammogram. Call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-ACS-2345.
Joining us at the anchor desk, we have Bert Nadler. He's Vice President of the Major League B Youth Baseball Organization. Bert, we had a fine exhibition of talent and competitiveness at the Major B All-Star game today, held just before today's game.
It was an excellent game. The kids did a great job, and the weather held up, so what can you say?
Yeah, the forecast was dismal, but we're going to be able to get all the games in today as it's a perfect day for baseball. And unfortunately, Bert, maybe you can join us again next inning.
Nice to talk to you, Howard. Nice to talk to you.
We're about to start the 3rd inning with Jamie Matthews on the mound. Strike 1.
Ryan Magner up. No, it's, sorry, John Lau. Alex Blyleven. Sorry, we are American League coaches, so you National Leaguers, if we get your names wrong, we'll try to get it corrected quickly.
So it's 0-1 to Blyleven, strike 2. Jamie Matthews on the mound, Bobby O'Connor still behind the plate. You've got Corey Nadler at first, Jesse Hamilton at second, Josh Denot, Jamie's teammate at short, Thomas Foote at third. And a strike 3 called. No, strike 3 swinging. That's 1 down, and Blyleven is Matthews' first victim.
Matthews, beautiful windup, really uses his legs nicely to get some power in. Ryan
Magner, batting .388 on the year. Here's Matthews, little delivery. There's a fly ball to center field. And it's caught. A beautiful running catch by Michael Houck in center field to retire the second batter. Ryan Magner. That's
Magner with a shot. He pitched the first inning, so he's both a pitcher and
If you watch Matthews' motion, it's just a beautiful motion, pitching motion. Jamie's mom, Sharon, her favorite player is Roger Clemens. And if you watch Jamie's pitching motion, you can see the leg, the push off that Jamie and the power that Jamie generates pushing off the mound. Watch this. He thrusts himself into home plate. There's a ground ball at second base, past the diving Noah Payne. Nope, that's Jesse Hamilton at second base. Sorry, folks. A good try by Jesse Hamilton at second base. And Matthews gives up his first hit.
So Travis McCourt with the single. Past a diving Jesse Hamilton. There's a shot of Sean.
There's a timeout called.
Runs over, talks to Sean.
Well, I'm coaching the pitch.
Checking to make sure that Jesse Hamilton is okay.
All right, we don't leave anything to safety with these kids, Bruce. Safety is the number one name of the game in this league. More than anything else, we look out for the kids' safety. It's a tough sign out there, folks, especially for the announcers. We have the sun coming right into our eyes. Here's Matthews with a pitch, and a strike one called. Tommy Simeone is up for the National League Dodgers.
What is out?
It's an 0-1 count. Matthews trying to finish off a great inning. Is the hit, is the windup, and the pitch. High, ball one.
Matthews holding on the runner at first. There's a shot of the batter, Tom Simeone. What's Tom Simeone done so far? He walked his first at bat.
And throw down to first base, almost gets him. That's a throw down to Corey Naylor, first base, from his teammate Bobby O'Connor. Almost gets the leading Dodger. That would be Travis McCourt. Tom Simeone still up.
Playing first base at this time is a little fun.
And it looks like that's probably ball three.
In the dirt, great stop there by Bobby O'Connor to hold on the runner at first.
3-1. Matthews sets. Here's the windup and the delivery. Ball four.
Low, but another good stop by Bobby O'Connor. So Simeone at first, Travis McCourt at second.
And there's two outs. Now up for the National League Stars, Greg Lever. Lever batting .466 on the year with 21 hits and 45 attempts. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ground ball to shortstop, Donat. And he'll take it himself for the third out of the inning. A tremendous play by Josh Donat, going to his left and keeping the glove down. A beautiful play.
Really snagged that one.
And there's Matthews congratulating his teammate Donat on a fine defensive play. And at the end of 2.5 innings, the score is American League 6, National League nothing. American League coming to bat in the bottom of the third inning, and we'll be right back, folks.
Okay.
Smokeless tobacco? Man, that's some nasty stuff. Remember CJ got messed up from it? Got a lot of gum problems? Man, my brother has some foul-looking sores in his mouth from chew. And quitting was tough, too, because he was hooked on the nicotine. But he quit. Yeah, that guy with mouth cancer really got to him. Yeah, and Kim said his breath was terrible.
Get the facts. Smokeless isn't harmless. Write this address.
We're back at the bottom of the third inning with the American League coming up to bat. It's going to be Bobby O'Connor. We're back again with Bert Nowler. Bert, how many years have you been involved with Brookline Youth Baseball?
That's a great question, Howard. I have temporary memory lapse, but I think it's been about 5 years.
5 years. Yeah. That's quite a number of years to be devoted to the game. Balls are in, and we're going to start the bottom of the third inning off.
Bobby O'Connor up at bat.
And pitching for the National League Stars is David Kempy. Bert, how many are you going to go 5 more years, you think?
I don't think so. I'm been around that long, but I'll do a few more years. I love it.
Next year?
I like being out with the kids.
Oh, sure, all of us do. Next year you're going to be moving up to head up the Major League A's?
I'm not sure about that.
Well,
I'm not sure at this point yet.
Hopefully you'll be able to join us. My partner here, Bruce Dahlbeck, is giving me tremendous hand signs to tell him what's going on. I have no idea what he wants, but he grabbed the scorebook from me. Campy has a second pitch. It's outside. It's 2-1. 1-1.
1-1.
Bert, you've got a couple of sons. One's playing in the All-Star game today. Corey Naylor played first base.
Right, and my youngest son played in the All-Star game in the Bees.
In the Bees, boy.
That's Max.
And who deserves the credit for that? You or your wife?
That's definitely my wife and family.
There's the pitch.
All that commotion over trying to tell me you were going to do play-by-play. While you do play-by-play, Bruce, I'll try to sneak in a couple of questions with Bert.
Campy into the windup. There's a shot by Bobby O'Connor. Good play by the shortstop. 2 strikes.
Nice play. Nice defensive play by Greg Weaver at shortstop. Bert, Max, is he going to be able to head up to Major A's next year, do you think?
I think so. Max has got a great arm and he seems to be doing very well. But he's kind of small. But we'll see next year.
There's still small kids in Major A's. And Corey's going to go on to the Ponies.
Yeah.
And hopefully be a pitcher up there.
Josh Denot, the batter. Digs in, the windup by Campy. Swinging strike by Josh Denot.
Denot made that gorgeous defensive play, Bruce, in the top of the third inning at shortstop, taking it.
As the second pitch gets by the catcher, 1-1 to Josh Denot.
He made that nice defensive play, unassisted, third out, took it himself.
Certainly does. He's fielded well for us all season long.
And Josh is going to be pitching in today's game.
Another pitch in the dirt. We've got 1-2 on Denot.
Denot is pitching in the 8th inning. Good inning for him, showing a lot of trust by the coaches.
Gets the ball back. Campy into his windup. There's the pitch. Swinging strike by Josh Denot. 2-2.
Denot with 2 strikes on him.
2-2 to Denot. Campy winds up 3-2.
This is what he's done all year for us, Bruce. He stayed in the count, long into the count, been able to draw a good walk after fouling off some pitches.
Campy wind up. Denot fouls it off. Still 3-2.
Still 3-2, Bruce. Oh, let's, Bert, you know what? As Vice President of the Major Bs, we are going to ask you if you would read off the next 3 sponsors of Brookline Youth Baseball and help us out.
Probably.
Oh, it's coming back to us, Bruce. Oh, almost. Bruce reaches up into the sky to grab that foul ball, spilling his coffee all over himself. A valiant effort. Bert, why don't you read off those sponsors if you could real quick?
Yeah, the next 3 sponsors who we're very, very pleased to have are Chestnut Hill Realty, Legg, Mason, Wood, Walker Incorporated, and Remax First Realty Incorporated.
And once again, without them participating in Brookline Youth Baseball, the kids wouldn't be able to enjoy such a great league.
Walk to Denot. Hauk coming up. Right-handed batter.
It's his first at bat today.
Into the windup. There's the pitch. Strike.
He made that great catch in center field.
Beautiful catch. That was a tough one. Now he had to run far for that one.
Josh Denot at first. Campy holding him on.
What's scary for Bruce and I, Bert, is that Mike is going to be back for another year of Major League A's. He's really hitting the ball hard.
He's only 11?
He's only an 11-year-old.
Boy, he's a big 11-year-old, too.
And our crack spotter, Jonas Masters, telling us that Michael Hauk is batting a lofty .452 this year.
Campy into the windup. There's the pitch. And a nubber down the third baseline, foul.
0-2 count.
2-2 to Michael Hauk, and some activity by Aaron Kimbrough, popping a bag on the bench. Always entertaining. Campy, the windup. And Hauk
Falls in there.
Falls right in front of Campagna, and Josh Denot down to second. Hauk with a nice drive.
Bruce, I should mention that Bert Naylor, in addition to heading up being a vice president of the league, he spends countless hours preparing the tryouts of Brookline Youth Baseball. In which, how many kids tried out for this year, Bert?
In the majors, there were a total of about 250 chips.
250, and is that up or down from last year?
It's down.
Down last year.
Thomas Foote goes for a high swinging strike that gets by the catcher and advances the runners to second. Third, Donat at third. Hauk at second.
Is that is the enrollment in the public schools down, Britt? You know, is that what's causing us to go down? Or is it soccer?
It's a blip.
It's a blip.
There's a low enrollment at this grade level.
That was a swinging strike by Foote.
In about 2 or 3 years, there'll be another big increase again. You can see that right now. The enrollment in the elementary schools at the lower levels has dramatically increased over the past 3 years. And we're just now at a down stage, so I anticipate we'll be having hundreds more in the next couple of years.
And folks, I know it's going to be early for next season, but the flyers will be passed out early for signing up next spring for youth baseball, and I strongly encourage each and every one of you, if you have a son or a daughter who's of age, a 10, 11, or 12-year-old who wants to try out for the majors, have them come on down to the high school to try out, and it's a great program that they can take part in.
Thomas Foote fouls another one off. He's got 2 strikes on him.
Bert, how early do the kids get notified about tryouts?
Kids get notified about the end of February, beginning of March, and the tryouts are usually the last week in March or the first week in April, depending on the weather.
Well, now you've been warned, folks. Call third strike.
Foote goes down.
Bert, I appreciate you stopping by to have a little chat with us.
Nice to talk to you.
And we'll see you once again next year, I hope.
All right,
take care.
Thanks, Howard.
That's Bert Nagler, everybody, Vice President of the Major Bs. And once again, he has given so many hours of his time to youth baseball in Brookline.
Real
tremendous suggestion. Oh, he's a big help to us.
Jamie Matthews up at bat.
Well, he's got a perfect day going so far, 2 for 2.
Looks at the first one, a strike on the outside corner from Campy.
Matthews, another strong hitter for the Tigers, is hitting .432 this year.
Campy wound up, swinging to the shortstop, in the dirt, and it gets by the first baseman, and that will score 2 runs. So Jamie Matthews gets in 2 runs.
2 more runs for Jamie. That's 5 RBI in a day for Matthews. We're waiting for the official scorer to rule if that was a hit or an error. I think we're going to give him a hit. That was a tough play at first base. That's going to be a perfect 3 for 3 day for Matthews. 5 RBI. And, well, I may be a little biased, but right now I'd say he's in charge. He's leading the MVP balloting at this early stage of the game, but it is early still.
Chris Dempsey up at bat. The score here in the bottom half of the third inning is 8-0.
8-0, right?
Gets by the catcher, and Jamie down to third. Jamie advances to third base. Chris Dempsey up at bat.
Once again, showing signs of that speed, getting him down to third base.
Campy into his windup, and the pitch inside to Chris Dempsey.
How's Dempsey done so far today, Bruce?
I've got him down for 2 walks, Howie.
Okay. Let's see if he can bring in Matthews. Well, he's perfect for the day.
3 walks. Walks don't count as at bats, so he's 0 for 0. It's like he hasn't shown up, and yet he has 3 walks, which means that he can score runs.
And he also pitched a great first inning. No, that was Miller pitching first inning. Dempsey, I think, is going to be pitching later on in the game.
Bert's son is up right now, Corey Nadler. And there's a ball. Chris Dempsey slides in, and Jamie Matthews scores. So Dempsey drew the throw.
That's the double steal.
Matthews comes in to score.
That's what they try to do, the double steal.
Campy into the delivery. Gets by the catcher. Dempsey is going to advance to third base. So we have the American League scoring 3 runs each of the first 3 innings, making it 9-0. Campy looking in, getting the sign, the delivery. Nadler swings, misses. Corey digs in. Campy into his delivery. There's the pitch. On the outside corner. 2 strikes on Corey Nadler. Campy throwing well. He's got 2 outs. There's the windup and the delivery. And Nadler
what a play!
Sit down the third baseman.
What a play.
And the third baseman, Travis McCourt, makes a fantastic
Fabulous play.
To get the third out and retire the side.
Can't fault the base runner there. It was a line drive. Thought it was going to go right down the line. It was just a tremendous play. Folks, at the end of the 3rd inning, the score is
9-0, American League.
We'll be right back.
Turn on your breakfast. Turn on your day. You're the one that's gonna make it. Look at your work. Look at your play. Be your best every day. Have fun, just do it your way. Turn on the breakfast. Now don't you know? You're the one that's gonna make it. Look at your move. Look at your goal. Turn it on.
Okay, we're back, folks.
Batter up from the Braves. Haney.
Will Haney. The foul bell.
Fouls it off.
Once again, folks, let me introduce to you the brilliant play-by-play announcer in today's game, Bruce Dahlbeck.
Why, thanks, Hal.
My pleasure.
So Will Haney will lead it off, followed by Parker Farrington, Matt Campagna.
And let me just run through the defensive alignment very quickly. We've got a battery of Chris Dempsey pitching and Jamie Matthews catching.
Haney fouls one off.
Corey Nadler was at first. Bobby O'Connor, the catcher last inning, at second base. Josh Denard at shortstop. Thomas Foote of the Red Sox at third base. Jesse Hamilton in left. Mike Houck in center. And A.J. Walasenko also of the Red Sox in right field. And here's Dempsey to pitch.
Dempsey wind up. Haney fouls another tough pitch off. Haney in good at bat here so far.
This is his first at bat in the game, Bruce.
There's the windup by Dempsey in the dirt, and that's a ball to Will. Chris Dempsey, delivery, low again.
Bruce Dempsey played for the Indians last year, and he was put back into the draft after the Indians team was folded, actually, and all the returning players were placed back into the draft. And fortunate for us, as a matter of fact, we got Zach Musson. He returned to the draft as well. Chris was a great pick for the Orioles this year, and that was a strikeout of Will Haney by Dempsey.
Dempsey getting Haney on a full count. And now the batter is Parker Farrington.
Parker Farrington. Park is batting .512 this year.
Parker with a drive up the middle, just past Josh Denard into center field. Michael Houck gets it in to Bobby O'Connor, who calls timeout.
That's Parker's first hit of the day. That brings
Parker Farrington at first base.
And Matty Campagna at the plate.
At the mound.
Calvin Chin is passing us behind us. Bruce, our first player, one of our first players.
Up, he sees a strike. It's the first pitch.
Matty Campagna is batting .382.
Matt Campagna grounded out to the shortstop on a fielder's choice, actually. Last at bat. We've got 1-1. Jamie Matthews behind the plate. Doesn't play a lot of catching for the
Tigers. But you know what, Bruce?
He's got a great arm. He's a good athlete. Campagna drives one down to third. Foot with the play over to O'Connor. They almost turn two, but they're not able to get it over to first to get the speedy Campagna down the line.
Nice story on Thomas Fu, who made that nice play at third base. He never played organized baseball before, Bruce. He played a lot of softball with his mom, evidently, and he just tried out for the first time this year, and he's been a great addition for the Red Sox. That was a nice play.
And now the batter is John Lau. John Lau for the Braves. He grounded to the second baseman last time. Dempsey looks in, gets the delivery, winds in, throws, strike two.
Nice pitch by Dempsey, hitting the outside corner.
He's got 2 strikes on Lau. Campagna at first. Dempsey holds his hands high. Lau digs in, and the pitch. And there's a liner to the second baseman, Bobby O'Connor, with a great play, and he tries to turn 2 on the third out. Third out of the inning.
He thought it would carry over to the next inning. A tremendous play by Bobby O'Connor. Fine defensive play. He took it himself as he should. After 3.5, folks, the score remains American League
9.
National League, nothing. We'll be back with the bottom half of the inning as the American League comes up to bat in the 4th inning. Stay tuned.
You must remember this. It seems like yesterday you watched your family grow through happy times, rewarding times. You've worked hard to create a life filled with rich memories. Now that you've reached the golden years, you should have the health and vigor to create new memories. Exercise helps your heart, muscles, and mind stay strong. This is Van Johnson. Check with your physician first and exercise regularly for yourself and those you love. Fitness is feeling great.
Talking to a good friend of hers, Sharon Stelzer. That's Shannon McDonald. And Shan, we only got a couple more months to go, and we're in the home stretch. We'll be there. Okay, leading off the inning for the American League is Jesse Hamilton of the Tigers.
It's in the dirt. Pitching now for the National League.
Pitching for the National League, we've got, I believe, it's going to be David Corona. Sure, David Corona.
David Corona at pitcher.
It's got we have an all-pirate battery.
Elaine McCants behind the plate. Another one in the dirt. That's 2 balls to Jesse Hamilton.
I'll tell you, Bruce, Jesse Hamilton has blossomed into a tremendous first baseman for the Tigers. He had never played first base before. We showed him a couple of things, and he took off with a position. He's a great first baseman. He's nice and tall. He has a great stretch when the ball is coming towards him. And hitting-wise, he's doing tremendous as well. He's hitting .472 this year with 15 RBI. He's hit 17 hits and 36 at-bats. And an all-around great kid.
Corona looks in. There's the delivery. Jesse walks. So 4 balls to Jesse Hamilton.
There you go, Jesse.
Jesse headed down to first. Tucking in. Looking sharp.
Absolutely. As all of our players do. And that brings up A.J. Wolosenko.
A.J. Wolosenko.
A.J. came up from the Major Bs last year. Bruce, he was with the Twins, I believe. And he's been a tremendous player for Steve Z's Red Sox this year.
A.J. was always a good hitter in the Major Bs, and he's carried it on to the A level, as a lot of these kids have, including our crack spotter, Jonas
Master, who diligently reminds us that we should be mentioning some more sponsors, right? Let's say that the bottom of the 4th inning is brought to us by the Brookline Police Association. So, if that parent out there whose kid is running onto the field is listening, hold them off this inning. Brewster Ambulance and Lids.
Corona with the delivery and the throw down to try to get Jesse. Jesse's in safely, so he steals the base.
Jesse Hamilton has brilliant speed on a base pass. 6.3 in the 50-yard dash, I'm informed. That's a tremendous speed. Deceptive, because he's a big kid, but very, very fast down the line.
Corona into his delivery. A.J. looks at him. Swings, fouls it off. A.J. backs out. Pops with a word for AJ. David Corona on the mound. Elaine McCants behind the plate for the National League. And there's a ball.
Wide and outside.
AJ Wolosenko.
It's nice to see a lot of fans in the stands tonight, Bruce, for a great game. A lot of high school kids watching maybe their younger brothers or sisters.
Corona wind up. There's the pitch. AJ back, and Jesse Hamilton will move on over. So AJ Wolosenko moves.
Gets the job done.
He looked him back, but he didn't go back.
Got the job done.
So that's one down. Runner on third.
Brings up Bobby
Bottom
O'Connor.
half of the fourth inning. Bobby O'Connor. So far, 2 for 3 with 2 runs. Corona comes in high.
We have a runner on third base with, what's that, 1 out?
1 down now.
Bobby's trying to...
O'Connor digs back in. Corona looks in, gets the sign from Elaine McCants. Corona, wind up, delivery in the dirt. Jesse doesn't get by because they play a nice defensive to stop the runner from scoring from third.
Well, this battery should click on players like that because they're teammates. Elaine McCann's a fine athlete behind the plate. She's got some tremendous skills back there. She's lightning quick and has a very strong arm.
Bobby digs in. There's Elaine, picture of Elaine. There's Bobby. Bobby swinging strike. Mix Elaine, but Elaine, tough ball player. She was a good ball player in Major B's last year.
Oh, she sure was. She sure was. I think Bobby's a little over anxious, Bruce, to get this run in from third base. He's swinging at some high pitches.
1 down. Bobby digs in, holds the bat high. Corona into his windup, the delivery. There's the pitch. A ball.
Bruce, Bobby makes Pierce School very proud with his play.
3-1 here to Bobby O'Connor. Corona doesn't want to lose it.
And
timeout on the field.
A couple players didn't listen at the
Dodge.
But the Brookline Police Association was sponsoring this inning.
Bobby O'Connor holds the bat high. Corona with the delivery. And there's a strike. So 2 strikes. Full count, I believe, to Bobby O'Connor. Defensively for the National League. Looks like a strong infield. Bobby O'Connor walks, so he'll head on down to first. So it's first and third here in the 4th inning. O'Connor at first, lots of speed. At third, Jesse Hamilton. Get a good shot there of the coach also.
Josh Denard.
Josh Denard moves way up in the batter's box, as you can see. First and third. And Bobby O'Connor gets over to second base without a throw. So it's second and third here.
See if Denard can bring in a couple of runs. Josh, a good contact hitter.
Corona, there's a pop-up. And the second baseman.
Oh, a nice catch by the second baseman, John Lau.
Gonna try to get Jesse Hamilton, but he slides in.
Tagging up.
O'Connor at third. So Josh Denard moves the runner along.
Josh got the run in, RBI for Josh, and he brings his teammate Jesse Hamilton in from third base.
Tiger duo there now. We got to be a little proud of that one.
Right, they've done it a lot this year for us. Brings up the slugging center fielder from the Orioles, Mike Houck.
2 outs here. Michael Houck. Runner on third. Bobby O'Connor. Corona looks in. Gets the sign from McCants. Comes off. There's going to be an appeal play, I guess.
It's called safe. Folks, if you don't understand what just happened, the National League Stars were appealing to the umpire that the runner on third base, Jesse Hamilton, left too early before the ball was caught. In order to tag up, you have to leave once the ball was caught, but evidently he did so.
Michael Houck swinging on a high pitch from David Corona. He singled last time up.
Why do you have to feel this up?
10-0 here on the American League, leading the National League.
But stay with us, folks, because the National League is a potent team itself.
It's fun just to watch these kids get a chance to play baseball. Corona with the pitch. Houck with the patience. On in the outside corner. That was a ball, so David Corona looks in, gets the sign from Elaine McCants. Houck looks at another ball.
Bruce, would you believe me if I told you they're starting to wave in the stands?
Yes, I would, Hal.
Well, they're not. But it turned out to be a gorgeous night for baseball here in Brookline. Pleasant weather.
Corona into his delivery. There's the pitch, and Houck fouls off a tough pitch. So 3-2, I believe, on Michael Houck. David Corona into his windup. There's the pitch. And there's a walk to Michael Houck. Michael Houck will go on down to first base. Bobby O'Connor at third base.
Brings up Thomas Foote. Don't throw a changeup to this kid. I learned that mistake. I learned that lesson.
Here's Thomas Foote digging in. Swings ahead of the pitch from Corona. First and third. 2 down here in the bottom half of the fourth inning.
So far it's all National League, American League rather. But these National League stars are making their parents proud too.
And it gets by the second baseman, scoring Bobby O'Connor from third base, so Michael Houck gets down to second on a stolen base, and Bobby O'Connor comes in from third, making it 11-0. Thomas Foote still. Bobby O'Connor scoring on that play. Thomas Foote holding the bat high. Corona in high pitch. Michael Houck out at second base. Thomas Foote digs in. Holds the bat high yet again. Corona wind up. There's the pitch. It's in the dirt. Great stop by Elaine McCants. 2 down, 2 runs in.
Runners on second base with Thomas Foote up.
Thomas Foote digs in, holds the bat high. Corona with the pitch. There's a strikeout. Oh, not a strikeout.
Full count.
Strike. Thomas Foote digs in. Corona looks in, gets the sign. There's the delivery and the pitch. Outside, and Thomas Foote walks. So he'll jog on down to first.
And the battery of McCants and Corona chat on how to pitch to Jamie Matthews.
Thomas Foote getting some instructions from the first base coach there. At second base is Michael Howe. Jamie Matthews up at bat. Corona with the delivery. Strike to Jamie Matthews, first and second. Jamie Matthews digs in. McCants crouches low behind Jamie. There's the pitch. Jamie pops it up into the second baseman, and the second baseman retires the side.
So the first blemish in Matthews' stats for the game, Jamie's 3 for 4. And at the bottom of the fourth inning, the score is 10-0, American League. We'll be back in 11-0. I'm sorry. We'll be back in a moment with the top of the fifth inning, folks. Stay tuned.
If you've had a sexually transmitted disease like gonorrhea, herpes, or syphilis, listen. What you were doing that exposed you to that disease could also expose you to the AIDS virus. You're living proof that a sexually transmitted disease can happen. Please don't prove it again.
Find out more about HIV, the virus that causes AIDS.
And we're back in the top of the fifth inning, and on the mound is Thomas Foote of the Red Sox, and his battery mate is Aaron Kimbrough behind the plate. And up for the National League, Eli Kessler, I believe. We've got Foote on the mound, Kimbrough behind the plate with Jesse Hamilton at first, Zach Muffson at second. And there's a swinging strike by Kessler, a nice hard pitch coming from Foote. Rounding out the infield is Nolan Perlman, the slick fielding shortstop, and Josh Sinat at third base. We got 3 Tigers in the infield. Bruce, first, second, and third with a Red Sox pitcher and shortstop.
There's a picture of Thomas Foote on the mound. Big right-hander, delivers a ball. 3-1 to Eli Kessler.
The outfield has Corey Naylor in left, Mike Huck in center, and A.J. Wolasenko in right field. And Kessler draws a leadoff walk. Brings up Parker Farrington of the Dodgers. Parker is batting .512 for the year. And his on-base percentage is a nice .553. He's a lefty. Boy, Foote can sure throw some smoke, Bruce.
He really can now. He's
got a high heater.
Got a great arm.
He's used to throwing the ball underhand in softball, but I guess he converted it to overhand pretty well, pretty easily.
Parker Farrington swinging strike. Got 1-1. Aaron Kimbrough, a very active catcher.
Step to the base and throw it and keep it low. Line drive.
Boy, Arlen Shostak doesn't stop coaching, does he? He's still yelling out instructions.
Born to coach, Hal. Born to coach. Delivery from Foote. Who is this? Nick Rosenthal?
Correction, we've been calling him Parker Farrington. It's actually Nick Rosenthal.
So he goes down.
Well, folks, it helps when you're using the batting order and not the positional roster. And I apologize to the parents involved and the player. And Nick Rosenthal draws a strikeout, actually. He's the second victim, I believe, of the inning. That was the first out of the inning.
David Corona up. Thomas Foote with the delivery. Corona pitched last inning, fouls it off. A couple lucky fans get it. Right there. Josh Denot goes over and steals the ball back from the couple lucky fans. And there's a wave from some of the fans. David Corona.
Whoa!
Another touch.
Oh, is that fair ball? Oh!
What a great play by Josh Denot. The rebound.
That just shows you he's always paying attention.
Eye on the ball.
For those of you who are wondering what just happened, the ball hit the light tower behind home plate, but
David Corona goes down swinging for the second strikeout of the inning.
just to go back to that one play, Bruce, he was not called out because the light tower is out of play. But it was a fine effort nonetheless. To not trying to sneak up that out.
Now coming up, David Campy, foot with the delivery. Comes in high to Campy, gets by. Runner Kimbrough doesn't throw the ball down. So getting over to second base, Eli Kessler. 2 down, David Campy the batter. David Campy fouls it off, almost hitting into the stand. It's dangerous being an announcer over here with these kids with active bats. Campy got a quick swing at that one.
We have no catcher, Bruce.
Aaron Kimbrough going over to retrieve the ball. A little bit of a delay here.
While there is a short delay, Bruce, let me mention 3 more sponsors. Thank you very much to Clear Flower Bakery, Vinny Testes, the Tiger sponsor, and Robinson Carpin Davis. Thank you for your support, and it's greatly appreciated.
Campy digs in. Thomas Foote with the delivery. Low. Ball. Eli Kessler.
They might have him. They might have him.
He draws a throw. It gets past the shortstop. And now they're throwing the ball. And the tag out, and they get Kessler.
What a throw by Denot from out of the foul territory. A tremendous throw.
Great play by Kimbrough and Denot. They're lucky the ball didn't get by. It hit the backstop. And
what a play.
Smart play by Josh Denot and Aaron Kimbrough. So Kimbrough applying the tag, getting a pat on the back from his coach.
And that ends the 5th inning on that great defensive play by a strong throw, a strike from Denot to Kimbrough, tagging the runner out at home plate at the end of 4.5. It's the American League.
11-0.
We'll be back in a moment.
Tragically, 150,000 Americans will lose their lives this year because of one thing. But not the thing you think.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning, we have Zach Muffson of the Tigers. And on the mound is still Matt Corona and Elaine McCants behind the plate with Nick Rosenthal at first. Here's the pitch, and it's wide and outside, ball 1. John Lau at second base, Eli Kessler at short, Ryan McCord at third base, and I'm sorry, yeah, it's Matt Corona pitching. Looks like it might be Parker Farrington out in left field. David Campin, Muffson is hit on the right leg with the pitch, and it must have stung. He threw the bat in disgust. And he goes to first base, trots on down to first base. David Campy in center field. Well, it's an all Dodger outfield, and I can't make out their numbers. So you'll have to bear with us for a moment.
Digging in is Corey Nadler, and Zach Muffson gets on down to second base.
On a pass ball. We got 1 ball, no strike count. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ball 2, low and inside. He's pitching. Oh, that's the fifth. That's the fifth. Here's the windup and the pitch from Corona. And a swinging strike. Corey Nagler with a swinging strike. We have no outs. Runner on second base, Muffson. Timeout is called. Ball goes into left field there. Here's Nagler. Waiting patiently for the pitch from Corona. Here it comes. And it's wide and low and outside.
Zach Muffson, an aggressive base runner. Elaine McCants will be probably holding Zach Muffson. Corey Nagler digs in.
Here's the pitch from Corona. Strike called in the outside corner. McCants watching the runner Muffson back to second base. And we got a full count.
Elaine, a very active catcher behind the plate.
It's a full count to Nagler. And that's ball four. A nice pickup by McCants to prevent Muffson from going to third base.
Just an excellent play by Elaine. Corey trots on down to first.
And time is
First
called.
and second with Jesse Hamilton coming up to the plate. And a timeout.
McCoy coming to talk to the pitcher, Corona, and the catcher, McCants. We have runners on first and second with Jesse Hamilton coming up to the plate.
Probably just discussing whether Corona's tiring. Had a long inning last inning. Pitching well, though.
You guys want some pizza here? I just bought 6 pieces. You want some slices?
Nice shot of the fans over there. Joe Simeone, the coach of the Dodgers, walks by. Joe, coach of the tied for second place, I believe, Dodgers.
Come on, Jesse!
Jesse Hamilton coming up to the plate. Corona into the delivery. Howie will take over on the play-by-play.
Oh, well, thank you.
Come on, Jesse!
Wait, who would have thought on the car ride over, he said he didn't know if we would be able to fill up the dead time. Hamilton up with I believe it's a one ball count. Swing and misses on strike one. McCants chasing Muffson back to the second base.
And a nice delivery of some pizza.
Bert Nagler thanking us for that fine interview, brings over slices of pizza for the broadcast booth.
But because Howie's doing the play-by-play, he won't be able to eat that.
Jesse, you do!
I, of course, will be able to eat that.
Bruce has this talent of talking while having food in his mouth.
That's because, Howie, one of the rules of broadcasting is no dead air.
Well, actually, the rule is you let the person without the food in the mouth call the play-by-play, and I guess I'll do it. That was a strike called on Hamilton. That's 2 strikes to him. And it's good that Bruce, you're not saying much because that cheese is awfully hot, isn't it? Let's see if we can get
awfully good.
Right now, we're over here with another slice of pizza. This one went to our brilliant cameraman here. Swinging strike 3 on Hamilton. Corona racks up his first strikeout of the inning.
Jesse wandering back to the dugout. Coming to bat, number 6 for the Red Sox, Bobby O'Connor.
That's AJ.
AJ Wallace, I apologize.
With runners on first and second, here's the pitch from Corona, and he fouls it off behind the backstop. Strike 1.
John Healy.
Folks, I want to applaud the efforts of John Healy, our great cameraman who's televising his umpteenth All-Star game this year. That's low and outside from Corona.
Lane McCants still holding runner on, but makes the throw down. Good play by the
nice backup
center fielder.
And Muffson trots on over to third base. picking up on that throw over to first.
Throwing the ball around a little more than they'd probably like to do. The American League ends up with runners on second and third. A.J. Wolosenko up at bat.
We need some more pizza.
Foul ball.
One piece? Three.
A.J. Wolosenko swinging the bat. Elaine McCants back to Corona.
My fiance is asking us for some pizza as well, but unfortunately, Shan, you have to come down to the broadcast booth if you want some. You'll have to call the game. And Wolosenko reaches out, and it could fall in there for a base hit. It does, and Mustin comes in to score. The American League, an RBI single by A.J. Wolosenko into center field. Nice piece of hitting by A.J. He reached out for it and popped it into center field. He's on first base, and we have
Corey Nadler
at second base.
Coming up to bat, Aaron Kimbrough.
Aaron Kimbrough up to bat. Strike called in the outside corner. Corona's
lifts the bat high.
Corona's in the second inning. And a line drive to right field. Oh, no, it falls out of his glove. Here comes the throw into second base. And we have bases loaded, folks. There's a screaming line drive by Aaron Kimbrough off the right fielder's glove. A diving effort and a good try.
Great play out there by the Dodgers outfielder. Diving to try to get that one and holding Aaron Kimbrough to just a single, and everybody else just advances one base. So a great play out there by the Dodger outfielder, David Camphy.
We have a change of pitchers. Matty Campagna is coming in for David Corona. And a fine effort by David David Corona. We'll have him take a few warm-up pitches, and we'll be right back. This is Brookline Access Television's broadcast of the 1995 Major League A All-Star Game.
Introduce those next.
That's right. Folks, why don't we take this opportunity to read off a few more sponsors. Much appreciation to Ms. Sandy Wheeler, Hunterman and Company, Caldwell Banker Real Estate, Nicholas J. Palermo Jr. Esquire. Thank you very much for your support. It's greatly appreciated. Just to recap the score, the American League is leading 10-0. We have runners on all bases loaded. Matty Campagna is into pitch, relieving David Corona, and up to the plate will be Josh Donat.
Howard's at least 12.
Come on, Josh!
Kevin, 12? 11? 12.
We have bases loaded. Josh Donat coming to bat.
We got one run.
Matty Campagna is taking his warm-up pitches, and here we go. Bases loaded.
Great. 12? No? 12.
There's 2 outs. 2 outs. Sorry for this delay, folks. Well, there seems to be a little dispute as to how many outs there are.
One down.
How many outs, Chris? You have one?
Scorecard, Howie. Josh Donat looking a little confused.
Well, we have 1 out being called by everybody except the National League, who thinks it's 2. The official scorers at the broadcast booth have 1 out.
200 people and no one knows how many outs.
And the umpire, Sean Payne, is going over the number of outs with an assistant coach of the Orioles, Kevin Ing, and they do conclude it's 1 out. And that makes a big difference on the defensive strategy of the National League.
So still a Pirate battery. Switch though. Matt Campagna pitching. Lane McCants still behind the plate.
Here we go.
Josh Donat up at bat.
There's the windup in the pitch.
Signaling me to shut up.
Well, you know, I need some airtime, Bruce. That was ball one, low and inside to Donat.
Beautiful night here for baseball.
Just tremendous. Ball two, low.
Donat draws a lot of walks for the Tigers. He's got that big bat, good quick swing.
Here we go with the third pitch from Campagna. Again, it's low and outside. Ball three, a 3-0 pitch. Let's see if head coach Arlen Shostak is going to give Josh Donat the green light. With a 3-0 count, bases loaded. Let's see. Donat ready. Here's the windup in the pitch. And a foul ball. That makes it 3-1.
Obviously, Arlen has a lot of faith in Josh to give him the green light with 3 balls on him. Bases are loaded.
It's 3-1. Donat has that Yastrzemski-like twist of the bat. Here's the pitch. And strike 2 called. It's a full count now to Donat.
Count. Campagna will probably come into Donat here. Doesn't want to walk him, obviously. He would force across another run for the American League.
There's a ground ball to the second baseman. It gets past him. 1 run scores. And everybody else holds up. Bases are still loaded. One run is brought in by Donat's ground ball. It eludes the second baseman. It was a valiant effort. And that makes it now 13 to nothing. With 1 out still.
Michael Houck coming up to bat. Picture there of Aaron Kimbrough at second. Michael Houck at bat. A.J. Wolosenko at third base. Josh Donat at first base. The pitch.
And a sharp hit ball past the shortstop. Oh, this is going to be trouble. 1 run is in. The second run is coming in. Donat has to go back to second base to touch it. Will they send him? He holds up. Michael Houck rips a line drive past the shortstop, bringing in 2 runs.
Josh Donat with a smart play. He knew he missed second base, so he stopped and went back and touched it. It made it so that he didn't score, but at least he's not out. So he's sitting pretty at third base.
And there's still only 1 out, Bruce. You don't want to take a chance.
Michael Houck with a 2-run double.
There's a pass ball by McCants, but Donat's not going anywhere. Campagna covers the base smartly. And it brings up Thomas Foote of the Red Sox.
Look at those.
Thomas Foote, big hitter for the Red Sox this year.
Foul ball.
4 runs in so far this inning for the American League.
It's nice to see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd, Bruce. We have a few former Angels players. There's Nick Leung and Calvin Chin, Max Davis, Thomas Foote waiting for the pitch. Here's the pitch from Campagna. And it's low. A nice stop by McCants, keeping the ball in front of her. Another fine defensive play.
She's a great defensive catcher, Howie.
Well, she's proved it.
So, second and third. Sean getting a little airtime there, brushing off the plate. Picture of Josh Donat talking to Arlen.
This Campagna setting. Here's the pitch. Outside.
Foot backs off. Thinks about the next pitch.
Foote trying to measure Campagna. And the ball is high, ball 4. He walks him. That loads the bases, takes away the force play, Bruce. And that brings up A.J. Wallace-Seiko of the Red Sox with bases loaded. Oh, I'm sorry, Nolan Perlman. Our crack spotter doing his job, Jonas Master. Again, correcting my errors. With apologies to the Perlman family, Nolan comes up to the plate and looks at strike 1.
Bases loaded here for Nolan Perlman. The 9th batter of the inning.
Strike swinging.
Nice level swing by Nolan Perlman. Pop shouting out words of encouragement to Nolan Perlman.
There's a foul. No, it's going to be a fair ball. Who's going to have it? The first baseman takes it. A very nice play by Nick Rosenthal, I believe. And calls timeout. No runners advanced on that one. Nolan pops up to the first baseman for the second out of the inning. And it brings up Zach Muffin with the bases loaded and 2 down. Zach would like to bring some people home. Checks his swing. Ball 1 outside. Corey Naylor is on deck.
Aaron, I want that back.
Second at bat of the inning for Zach. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run.
Outside again.
I don't know, they want us to play. I feel that too. They have to
2 outs here.
Bruce, a question for you. How was that pizza?
It's delicious, Howie. I wish we
Ball
could have
3?
shared it with you.
Well, listen, I give up my sustenance to people who need it more than I. And you guys were hungry and I gave it up. Zach Muffin up to the bat. Ball 4 outside. That forces in a run. That's an RBI for Zach Muffin. Bringing home his teammate, Josh Donat, moving Michael Hulk onto third base, Thomas Foote onto second base. Up now is Corey Naylor.
Naylor walked and scored a run already this inning.
High strike called on Naylor. Interesting story with Matt Campagna, Bruce. Evidently his dad, who coaches the Pirates, found him as a pitcher as a last-ditch effort against us, and now he's pitching the All-Star game. Oh, a nice power pitch by Campagna. Nadler swinging out, missing it.
Nadler's got Campagna's got tons of speed. An interesting delivery. Seems to work for him.
Gets over the plate. And strike 3 called to Nadler. Looking, that's the third out of the inning, but it was a good inning for the American League as 4 runs came in, and the score at the end of 5 innings is American League 16 National League coming up to bat with no runs. Stay tuned, folks. This is Brookline Access Television's broadcast of the 1995 Major League A All-Star Game. Don't go anywhere.
See this? In its earliest, most treatable stage, breast cancer is no bigger than the head of a pin. Now take a pillow and imagine it's your breast. You feel anything? Neither would the 45,000 women who will die of breast cancer this year. Don't wait. Get a mammogram. Call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-ACS-2345.
That's right, let's quickly go over the infield positions in the 6th inning, Bruce. We've got Noah Payne pitching, and Aaron Kimbrough behind the plate with Jesse Hamilton, the first baseman we were talking about just beforehand, at first base. Zach Muffin, his teammate, at second base. Nolan Perlman at short. Mike Willits at third base. It looks like we've got in left field Corey Naylor. In center field, it's getting dark here, folks, so bear with me. A.J. Wallace-Seiko. And in right field, it looks like it's going to be Michael Hauk. So that's the defensive alignment for you.
Josh Miller.
Josh Miller, I'm sorry.
Another strike to Elaine McCants from Noah Payne. There's the delivery from Noah. Lane fouls it off. Aaron Kimbrough runs back. Gets his back to Noah Payne.
No.
I did.
Oh, yeah, it's a 6, right?
Yep. McCants digs in. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Noah Payne leads off the inning with a K.
K, the term for a strikeout.
Thank you, Howard.
Does anyone know the reason why we use a K as a strikeout? A lot of theories behind this.
Because an S would be a sacrifice.
Well, actually, I'll tell you after this pitch.
Matt Campagna coming up to bat. See if he can help out his pitching here.
The reason why we use a K for a strikeout is it has 3 legs. And that's 3 strikes, and you're out. Pop up to Willits.
Willits at third for the second out of the inning.
We're waiting for the next batter.
Picture of Noah Payne, and the next batter coming up is
Ryan Magner.
Ryan Magner, the starting pitcher for today's game. Ryan digs in, points his bat forward to Noah. Noah with the delivery. High. An Oriole battery.
Noah Payne is a versatile fielder, Bruce. He can play all infield positions. He can catch. He can pitch. He can play anywhere.
Noah with the windup. There's the delivery. In the dirt. Ball.
Our crack cameraman, Mr. Healy, trying to repair our monitor here. I'm afraid the telestrator is out of order, and we can't be bringing you some telestrator action, but we're doing the best we can. And we've got our picture back, and the pictures of Ryan Magner waiting for the pitch from Noah Payne.
Oriole battery. Noah Payne. Aaron Kimbrough. Ryan Magner. Pirate. Digs in. Bat back. Wind up. Fouls it off. Hits Kimbrough in the mask. Bounces away, and Noah comes in and picks up the ball. Noah wanders back to the mound, looks in, gets the sign.
We have 2 outs in the inning.
There's the windup and the pitch from Noah.
Heads up, heads up. And it's coming back here in a foul ball.
Fouls it off right back. Howie didn't make that catch.
I tried. Had the arm out, extended out. Some lucky fan with a baseball from tonight's action.
Noah pitching well this inning.
He doesn't have the power of, say, the foot, but he gets the ball over the plate, and as long as you're consistent over the plate, you're going to let your defense take care of it, and that's the name of the game.
Magner digs in.
Lightning out there, Mike.
Noah gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch.
That's okay.
There's a ground ball over to Willits.
Wow.
What a play!
What a great throw by Mike Willits to a
great stretch by Jesse Hamilton.
Beautiful play. And that ends the 6th inning from Cypress Field in Brookline with the score, American League.
16-0.
Smokeless tobacco? Man, that's some nasty stuff. Remember CJ got messed up from it? Got a lot of gum problems? Man, my brother has some foul-looking sores in his mouth from chew. And quitting was tough, too, because he was hooked on the nicotine. But he quit. Yeah, that guy with mouth cancer really got to him. Yeah, and Kim said his breath was terrible.
Get the facts. Smokeless isn't harmless. Write this address.
Folks, it's nice to see a lot of the Tigers teammates out to cheer on Jamie and Maddie and Jesse and Zach and Josh today. Standing right behind us is Matt McDonald and Adam Affo of the Tigers here to cheer on their teammates, and they're having a grand old time. You guys having a fun time? All right, that sounded enthusiastic. There you guys are. You guys are having a good time. Watch for your own picture on TV, guys. There you go. Look at that smile. Matt has played for the Tigers for 2 years. Adam, this is your first year in organized baseball, and you've done a great job, and you're going to have another great year next year.
Jesse Hamilton starting off for the American League in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Jesse Hamilton with a strike to Jesse. On the mound, Matt Campagna, Elaine McCants, the battery. In the dirt, 1-1 to Jesse Hamilton.
Let's quickly go over the defensive positions. We have Nick Rosenthal at first, John Lau at second, Eli Kessler at short, Ryan McCord at third, David Coroner in left, Dan Campy, I believe, in center, and David Campy in right. In center field, there's a beautiful play by the first baseman, robbing Hamilton of a hit. What a play by the first baseman, Nick Rosenthal. Oh, on a tough hop.
That's a great play. Jesse was robbed. Nick Rosenthal with a brilliant play.
And we'll see a replay of that beautiful stab by the first baseman, Nick Rosenthal. What a play.
Campagna with the delivery to AJ, who squares to bunt, but misses it, strike one.
That's Dan, no, not Dan Kernis out in center field.
One down, AJ Wolosenko up at bat. Matt Campagna on the mound.
You eliminated us from the playoffs.
AJ digs in. Delivery from... And there's a shot into right field.
Oh, and it gets past the right fielder, Bruce!
And he's going for second. AJ will stop it. He keeps going on to third base, and there's a triple by AJ Wolosenko.
A line drive into right field that eluded the right fielder, and Wolosenko smartly takes third base on that.
A one-out triple by AJ Wolosenko off of Kim Van. Now Aaron Kimbrough coming to bat. AJ's got to be real happy with that hit. That was a scorcher.
That was a screamer.
Rally's coming next inning.
Kimbrough, a swinging strike.
And the fans are commenting on the lighting out in straightaway center field, Bruce.
Could make it interesting.
Let's go!
Aaron Kimbrough digs in. There's the delivery.
And the foul ball back there.
You made contact.
He fouls it off.
And we can hear Pops in the background saying not to swing at anything close with 2 strikes. That's 42 years of expertise, Bruce.
Quite a legacy here in Brookline Youth Baseball, Pops is.
Quite a legend.
In the dirt, but AJ Wolosenko is not going anywhere as McCants hustles on back to the screen to get that ball, get it back to Campagna. Aaron Kimbrough digs in. The delivery from...
Ooh, almost hit him.
Good eye!
Kimbrough quickly out of the way of that one. Campagna looks in, gets the sign from McCants. Kimbrough digs in. And a swinging strike on Aaron Kimbrough.
Mike! Shut up. See, now he's loose. Shut up, Mike. 3 good cuts.
Kimbrough doing a good job of wasting off a couple of pitches with 2 strikes.
Stretches behind.
No, it means you suck.
Uses the bat to loosen up. Holds the bat back. There's the pitch in the dirt for a ball.
Another fine stop by McCants, keeping it in front of her. That's what you want to do. If there are any young catchers out there playing the position, what you want to do is you want to square up and keep the ball in front of you. Let it bounce off of all that padding you have. It's not going to hurt.
She's had quite a game so far, defensively in particular.
Mike, watch the pitch.
There's a swinging strike by Aaron Kimbrough. He fouled it off, so it's still 2 strikes on him.
Matt Campanya's second inning of work here, Bruce.
Matt Campagna looks in, but time is called by...
The game has been called, Bruce.
Sean.
The game has been called, it looks like. Must be because of the lightning.
Takes a look. Doesn't like the look of the lightning
halt
down
to the game.
And the game
It appears that's going to be the game.
have been called by the umpires because of the lightning. Not raining yet, but certain to be on the way. There just looks to be a wall.
Another ball. And with these metal bats, Bruce, this probably is the wisest thing. They're explaining.
Good shot of the clouds.
They're explaining the decision to the head coach of the American League, Arnold Shostak. And here comes Joe Campagna, the president of the league.
Here come the kids to shake hands with the National League and the American League meet at home plate.
Show of good sportsmanship. Folks, the final score of today's All-Star game between the National League and the American League is
16-0.
American League victors this year. It was a fine effort by both teams. All the kids and the parents should be proud of their effort. It was a great game.
So the American League sweeps in the home run hitting contest and the game. So that's quite an exciting game. Lots of hitting. And there's a shot of the moon.
And that looks like a couple of where Josh Miller's hit. Josh Miller home run derby contest hits went out there.
That moon soon to be covered by the rain, and that's why we stopped. So we'll be right back.
Turn on your breakfast. Turn on your day. You're the one that's gonna make it. Look at your work, look at your play. Be your best every day. Have fun, just do it your way. Turn it on. Turn on the breakfast. Turn it on. Now don't you know you're the one that's gonna make it. Look at your move, look at your goal. Turn it on.
Folks, we'd like to thank the remaining sponsors of Brookline Youth Baseball, Merrill and McKeary, Aero Sports, Chobe Hoy Associates, Petroselli and Nadler, Koopel's Bacon Bagel, and Alexander's. Once again, to all the sponsors of Brookline Youth Baseball, thank you so much for your support. It's so appreciated, and we hope to have you back next year for another successful season of Brookline Youth Baseball.
And now the trophy presentation. Daniel Kurnos for the National League receiving his award. John Lau from the Braves. This is Corona from the Pirates. Cal Stein for the Dodgers. Josh Leitner for the Braves. This is Travis McCourt for the Dodgers. Eli Kessler. This is Elaine McCants, Elaine McCants for the Pirates. Look at this is Ryan Magner for the Pirates. Maddie Campagna for the Pirates. Parker Farrington for the Dodgers. Will Haney for the Braves. Receiving his All-Star trophy. This is Nick Rosenthal for the Dodgers. Greg Lever for the Pirates. Being congratulated by Frank McCourt and Joe Simeone, the coaches of the Dodgers. Tommy Simeone, this is the coach's son. David Campbell for the Dodgers. And this is... That was Alex Blyleven for the Braves. And now introducing the American League All-Stars for the Red Sox, Bobby O'Connor. From the Tigers, Zach Muffson. Congratulations, Zach. From the Orioles, Josh Miller. Good going, Josh Miller. From the Tigers, Jesse Hamilton.
Just stay out there and turn around.
Good job, Jesse. Turn around and get the goal. From the Tigers, Jamie Matthews. From the Red Sox, Noam Perlman. Look at the camera. From the Red Sox, Corey Nadler. From the Orioles, Michael Houck. From the Orioles again, Chris Dempsey. Little camera shot there, Chris? Oh, yeah. From the Tigers, Josh Denot. Camera shot there, Phil? Camera shot? Yeah. From the Orioles, Noah Payne. Good job, Noah. From the Orioles, Mike Willits. Good job, Mike.
All right, good game, big guy.
From the Red Sox, Thomas Foote. Get the camera, Tom. From the Orioles, Aaron Kimbrough. Like your hat. Give the five. Give the five. From the Red Sox, AJ Wolasenko. Good job, AJ. And that was the American League All-Stars.
We're joined by Travis McCourt and Jamie Matthews, the respective MVPs of tonight's game from the American League and the National League. Travis, a solid effort today. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Is it an honor to be selected as the National League MVP?
Yep.
And was it a good experience playing in your All-Star game?
Yep.
Well, we're glad to have you here today. You guys did great. You should be honored and very proud. Both you, yourself, and your teammates, you played very hard. Jamie, a tremendous game. You went 3 for 5 today, 5 RBIs, MVP of the American League. How do you feel today? Did you have a good time?
Yep.
And what was your secret today?
I didn't have one.
You didn't have one? Does my colleague Bruce Dahlbeck and co-coach have any comments for Jamie or questions?
Everybody played a great game, really enjoyable to watch out there. The competition was fantastic, and both of you guys should be real proud, and you have wonderful teammates and great coaches. A lot of fun, you guys.
And for Brookline Access Television's broadcast of the 1995 Major League A All-Star Game, for Jamie and Travis's teams, they did a great job today. You parents should be really proud of your sons and daughters. Support Brookline Youth Baseball. And thanks for joining us tonight. Good evening. Good job, guys. You guys did great. Sorry.